Horse
That's
jump
why
scare.
me. Oh, yeah, sure, you get to fight, but then you're like, why am I doing this? What's going on in the story? You spoil something on yourself.
Look, I wanted to get some of those prizes ahead of time to not get the egos, because this fucking banner sucks, dude. Hey, look, a horse girl.
Hey, hey, guess who did? Let's see. Let's go back to the
250
extraction window.
pools, huh?
370.
Damn. Did you at least get them all?
No,
Oh.
I got Gregor.
Well.
If
Well-
I get 30 more pulls, then I guaranteed get the last two, which means that on my last 10 pull, I'm going to get the last two, and then I'm just going to have 400 ideality to do nothing with.
Yeah.
That's 400
I
thread.
was- Yeah.
But
I was
yeah,
lucky that I didn't have.
welcome
I
back.
didn't get it. Yeah.
Welcome back to Limbus Company, everybody. If you hear the eh?
I hate every single one of you.
Why? What?
Because I've been profoundly unlucky.
No.
I have also been profoundly unlucky. 370 pulls, and only one of them.
160 and only one.
Like, I was lucky. Okay, I will say yes, I was lucky than you. But the thing is, I did. It took me 240. But it's just so that. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to use this pity until after I guarantee that I get at least the other two. Because if I use it now and I end up getting it again, I'm gonna get pissed off.
Look
Yes,
at
but also I don't have money to feed into the money-eating machine.
this is such an awful banner, and I hate it. Good lord. And it's going to be gone into the ether, and I'm going to be upset. But here we are. It's the first actually limited banner of Limbus Company, because it's a collab with Arknights. Which, like, Arknights is huge, right?
Massive.
Yep.
Fucking gargantuan.
How the fuck did this happen, and what did they get out of it?
It's a one-sided crossover is the secret.
So then,
Yeah.
were they just like, you know what? Okay, bro, cool. And then PM's just like, huh?
So are you going to put our stuff in your game? No.
We don't need your silly clockman here, but we'll take free marketing. Also, ignore this. This was something that I don't know if I regret or not.
I ended up on somehow a fucking wiki dive last night because of this Kanto. Or Intervalo, or whatever.
Oh, it's called something else. It's like an extra valio, I think.
The problem with this being being on Arknight's end is the number of characters they will have to put into it.
Well, let's see what we got here.
My struggle with this is I need to like pick this up and put it down. Like I can't keep at this in one go because this hurts my brain.
All right. LCPC1, The Unknown Sea. Oh, this is just telling
Automatically on hard mode, but it shows you know hard mode isn't really hard.
It's so fucking easy.
See, this is telling me, this is telling me sinking, but, like, Poise also has these colors.
The secret is it doesn't matter because their coins are so low.
Also, I don't get to play, oh, man.
The secret is it doesn't
Only
matter
for the
because
first one.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Who do I use then as a team of Ish? You saying?
Just pick clashers, dude.
Where's my...
Fireface Greg.
의뢰가 들어왔나요?
Yeah, I just use Orsang, Lord Hong Lu, Snake Greg, and Potential Woman.
Do you have a gun, Ishmael? You do, but your gun sucks. So we'll use this.
You're overthinking it already.
Look, I want to play what I want to play, and I
Beat
just
'em up.
No,
I just want well, like I had Hong Lu and Ishmael. I was just like, you know, I could make a gun team, but two of the gun users kind of blow. I mean, I guess Greg has a gun by proxy. Oh, hang on a second, I got to do something important here.
What do you
It is
mean by
gonna be
proxy?
very
It
funny.
is literally a gun.
Well, I was talking about Solemn Lament.
A twin hook.
Yeah.
Hey, Wang, you need a slot in the characters. Wang, you need a slot in the characters.
Yeah, I do, don't I?
No, it's fine.
Unintentional
Highway
solo
to
run with Hong Lu.
I mean, it is full stop.
Full stop to your nuts. Because I'm
But
shooting
yeah,
them.
no, it's great.
I was exploring an L-Corp branch when my consciousness sunk into the depths. The sense of cognition, itself a concept without form, floats into the shadow of an ever-widening river, swept up in its currents to know. Oh, that's how you know that PM didn't write this. This is too flowery. We ran into an abnormality, but Saturday told us that Hanwhan's L-Corp branch should have been empty. The abnormality, which appeared out of nowhere, was more otherworldly than any we'd encountered so far in our journey, and deep blue.
Yeah.
It was fathomlessly blue and seemed to have a pull that endlessly drew us into itself. Just as I was about to recall this thing, a myriad of sceneries and a flood of incalculable thoughts crashed into my mind like wild waves before ebbing away from its shores. I was already lost in a drift somewhere within my own consciousness when I realized this. How long am I gonna be adrift? The sensation of my own consciousness floating away is quite the unfamiliar one. I floated in this strange fugue for a while. Tay? An unfamiliar voice seizes my aimlessly drifting consciousness.
I'll take her if you want.
Sure.
Are you Dante?
Huh? Fog of my vision clears as the voice breaks through the waves, and a concerned expression comes into view. Yeah?
Oh, what a relief. Gregor, I think Dante has come too.
So who? I was about to ask further questions to the stranger with the particularly long animal-like ears, but... No! Ugh. I felt drowsiness coursing back with the terrifying memories of the dream, rendering me unable to speak. I gotta get a hold of myself. After an indeterminate amount of time passed, I barely managed to wake myself from a slumber to get a grasp of my surroundings, only to find myself surrounded by more unfamiliarities. There's a stranger from earlier, sitting atop a rock and silently taking in the sights. A young girl who probably saved my life. Wait, so they were animal ears? Okay, that's not important right now. I gotta prioritize figuring out just where in the world did I end up in?
No, it's time to teach Dante about the many races of terror.
You've seen the Mao Pack. Why are you...
Look, those are stapled onto the hat. This is different.
Those are also the result of a bolus.
So, where?
We're standing by the Iberian coastline. How are you feeling?
She understands him.
Don't worry
Because
about
she
it.
can... Yeah, don't worry about it.
A little out of it, but I'm okay. I'm okay otherwise. Iberia? Huh?
Bane.
Yes, we're in Iberia.
You mean Siberia, right?
Have you not heard of the Iberian Peninsula?
Oh shit, right. Fuck.
Look, let me tell you about Terra, my friend.
Well, given that we're next to an ocean, maybe I drifted all the way to U-Corp? Iberia was an unfamiliar name, but well, that was all I had to go on, given that the city was still full of more unknowns than knowns to me.
I radioed your colleagues when you briefly woke up earlier. They'll be here any minute.
I see. Wait, my colleagues? You ran into the sinners then? The fog on my mind immediately cleared as soon as I realized that the sinners were all nowhere to be seen. I'm sorry, but like this coat
She is tiny.
No, I'm looking at her coat and I feel like Dante's immediate reaction so it would be, so your name is Rhode Island, huh?
No, it's Rhodes, fuckface.
Right, Rhodes
Get
Island.
out of my house.
That's why I told him, but he's like, no, he just said same thing. He says.
Sinners? I think so. I ran into them earlier. They were looking all over the place, looking for someone with a clock for their head. It was a pretty unique description, so I could tell right away that you were the person they were looking for.
So this clock head does come in handy. Oh, blood! Ah, Dante! I woke up in an unfamiliar place to an unfamiliar face, and in the midst of all this all-around sense of displacement, the faces that appeared before me were certainly a sight for sore eyes. This rabbit here told me she found you unconscious by the ocean, and... Whew, buddy! I'm glad you... Oh, I was worried that something bad might have happened. Glad to see you're doing fine. Were you lost at sea? I don't know. Well, I do think I'm fine, though. I guess not having any way to drink water is finally coming in handy. You should go get that checked out just in case. Wait, you are waterproof, right? Gregor takes a moment to steady his breathing, then mutters a casual quip as he lights a cigarette. Well, he doesn't seem that concerned. Maybe we aren't in that much danger. Any questions? This event will explain everything. Oh boy. So, what happened? Where are we? Do you remember entering that L-Corp branch Zitchun told us about? Shitchun? Yeah. Yeah! We ran into a new abnormality and got sucked into it before we even had a chance to do anything. Man, I really thought it was for us. Especially with you getting sucked in there too, bud. But when we came to, despite waking up with our faces down in the ditch, we're all without a scratch. Though there was quite the mess when we realized that you'd gone missing. We wanted to search for you immediately, but, well, it took a while before we got a better bearing of where we were. So we're not at U-Corp? Some of us considered that to be a distinct possibility, but it's unlikely. Ishmael was really certain that we were not in District 21. She did concede that we might be in an unknown area within the Great Lake of the outskirts, but that doesn't seem likely either, given what the rabbit-eared lady there said.
The outskirts region of the Great Lake. I've met all kinds of people from all over Terra, but I've never met anyone who referred to the Iberian Sea that way.
Terra? Iberia? As I found myself puzzled by these unfamiliar terms, a very obvious question suddenly struck me. Speaking of which, who are you? Huh? Really? You haven't introduced each other to each other yet. It's a lot to take in. Oh, it's understandable. You did just wake up from a pretty harrowing experience. She's... Actually, would you like to do the honors yourself?
I'm Amia, the leader of Rhodes Island. Please, just call me Amia.
I'm Dante, manager of Limbus Company. I know I'm late, but, thanks for saving my bacon. Seems that this Rodeo Island is a pretty big corporation, but...
Thank you, Greg, for saving my sanity.
Gregor trails off ominously and scratches his head before continuing with some mild trepidation. This young lady with the rabbit ears doesn't know what the head is.
As far as I know, there aren't any organizations in Terra with the same characteristics as the one Mr. Gregor explained. At least not with a name like the Head. Also, sorry, it's Rhodes Island, not Rodeo.
Sorry, Gregor's really bad with names. So...
What? No head?
So what you're saying is we're not in the city anymore? It'd be weird for any higher-ups at this huge corporations to know less about the Head than we do, let alone being completely clueless about it. Well, we may have tumbled into a previously undiscovered zone of the outskirts of the ruins. Probably. Or maybe we've really found ourselves in a completely different world. If their conjecture is correct, we're in way bigger trouble than I thought. This wasn't like the time we accidentally stranded ourselves in the outskirts. Amiya stared at me with some concern as though she felt my distress.
I think I can draw a connection to something else that's happening here.
Really?
Yes, recently anomalous signs and events have been occurring in Iberia ever since a mysterious dimensional door appeared at sea.
Oh god.
And it's been said that this dimensional door is connected to something very, very distant. to something that we've never observed before. So...
Seems reasonable to theorize that this door is how we managed to cross over to this world. I really would have appreciated Faust's input. Where are the other sinners, anyway? Been late on the uptake to be gawking for the other sinners now, don't you think? They're at the settlement near here, where they're all helping out with various odds and ends of the village, while taking turns searching for Dante, of course. You know, I never thought about how difficult it would be to search for someone where, like, fishes out of water, too, man. Barely even got a wink of sleep since yesterday. Everyone's got to be really tired then. So it's just you two out here for now? No, Ishmael and Yusang are on the other half of the search party, and we just happen to be the last group in the rotation. They must be searching somewhere else here to find you, bud. We got the news early thanks to Amiya's comms gears, but the other teams didn't. Yeah, we got lucky. The other team, well, we don't got any way to get in touch with them, so they'll probably continue their search until their shift is done.
Oh, are we talking about that village you mentioned earlier?
Huh? Right, you not been there yet? I guess it is off the beaten path. Well, we're gonna have to rendezvous with the other citizens anyways, so let's head to that village. Something seemed to pique Amiya's interest as she fell into a contemplative silence before carefully speaking up.
I would like to accompany you there.
Sure, I don't see why not. You helped us find the manager, and more importantly, you seem to know a lot more about this place than we do.
I don't actually know Iberia that well either, but I should be able to be of some help. They've closed their borders and have practically locked out any foreign influences from affecting them, but I did get a briefing before the mission.
Closed borders, huh? How'd you get in then?
We followed Dr. Kelsit's directions and illegally crossed the country border.
Illegally? Oh? Does that mean you've crossed the border without obtaining any permissions?
We had to cross the border somehow in order to investigate how and why the conventional door came to be.
Huh. Is it normal for a pharmaceutical company to do that? Large pharmaceutical companies often dispatch their agents for missions. Also, thanks for the sub, Callie.
Hi, Callie. Yes, Rhodes Island is, in its essence, a pharmaceutical company researching treatments for people affected with oripathy. But we also work to prevent and assist in the management of various situations that can occur in high-risk areas.
We are a pharmaceutical company. Just you know, ignore that PMC over there. It's fine. Look at the bunny girl.
Prevention
I'm
is
not massaging my temples.
a pound of prevention is worth an ounce of cure, and prevention comes in bullets.
High-risk areas, huh? Wait. What about your companions? I don't think you came out here on your own.
That's, we were forced to split up due to certain forces that were in pursuit. Wait, stop!
Amiya's ears twitched as she came to a stop and began scanning the surrounding area. The PMC is pharmaceutical. Ah, you got me there. Pharmaceutical military company. Hell yeah. Whoop.
There.
As we stood around confused, Amiya, noticing something, pointed towards the seashore hidden behind large and cragged rock formations. What are we supposed to... Huh?
Hello, Scotty.
There we saw someone wielding a lengthy greatsword, bickering with two familiar faces.
I don't know how to voice this woman.
Again, move. You're in the way. You needn't worry as you do. We have ample experience battling monsters who are much like them. Listen, I'm not worried. It's... Come on, better to have 3 fighters than 1, right? Besides, you're the first person we ran into out here, so we got a lot of questions to ask. Dante, you're unharmed. And here I was getting ready for a 3-day-long search. What a relief. We were all really worried that we might never be able to find you. We managed to find them thanks to the help from little Miss Amiya here. Amiya? Are you two acquainted? Oh, not a good time for a reunion. It can wait. Until the week after we take out some sea monsters.
Scotty, are those organisms the Seaborns Dr. Kels Kalstit mentioned.
Oh, Scotty. Okay. I was sitting there like, what is she, Irish or something?
Sorry, I'm just spending the entire time just staring at her thighs.
Yeah, they
It's
do.
fine. She's not Irish. She is from the ocean.
They do kind of command the attention
Ocean
of
is
the sea.
hungry.
The ocean. Well, actually, unfortunately, the ocean is hungry.
The ocean is hungry.
There's sea
ocean
terrors, to be specific. The less sophisticated
Is
ones among them.
hungry.
They're probably here for me. Sea terrors. I heard the sticky noise of something viscous slithering against the rocks. When I turned to face the origin of the unsettling noise, I smelt the heavy, wet scent of brine. At the end of my gaze awaited strange monsters. It's unlike anything I'd ever seen. It's as though the sea itself was encroaching on the land. I was almost certain we're not at the Great Lake, but I don't know anymore. Her experience with the thick scent of brine at the Great Lake must have put her in a wary mood, as Ishmael seemed to be a lot more apprehensive about these monsters than anyone else. Do you think these guys could be whales or mermaids? I don't know. The Great Lake and the outskirts are full of unexplored mysteries, after all. Dante, what do your senses say? I don't know. I'd say the closest comparison is the whales, but even that's not conclusive.
No, I know you're pretty close with the mermaids.
More enemies on the horizon. We should prepare for battle.
Doesn't seem like we could talk through to them. So let's take them out. Look at my man trying to be a commander.
Trying to be cool.
He has been for a while.
Put the detectives back on. Who's hijacking this radio?
It's also funny that she actually just talks in Japanese.
Yeah,
They didn't get a Korean voice actor
really
for
good.
her.
So I was seeing that in social medias that they were just like, wait, is that just Japanese voice acting? What? Also, wow, these are some sane numbers. By the way, I'm gonna actually explain the mechanic because I had to run into it in the mirror dungeons today, and I hate it because this countered the stupid gimmick I was doing that was a solo run. Nervous impairment. Max stack 30. At 30, get staggered, then take a quarter of your life in damage.
Hey, Wang,
Yeah?
you're not gonna need to worry about that.
Oh, I'm aware. I just wanted to vent my frustration about running a solo run for the first time and running into this. Because, boy howdy was Rhodey on the ground for a while fighting these. But yeah, these guys are...
But yes, the secret Wang is that the ocean is hungry.
I mean, the fucking lakes are too. How are they special?
No, the ocean is hungry.
Oh, the liquid entity known as ocean?
Yeah.
It's time to teach Wang about the firstborn.
Oh, I forgot to change Heathcliff to fucking full stop to life. Damn it.
Heath?
Yeah, Heathcliff.
Alright, yeah.
Because then Hong Lu would be better. But like, I don't think it's gonna matter here. It's just that
It
like,
doesn't matter.
I want that delicious dopamine bullet, man.
Look, if I was to put it simply, Wang, this city is hell, but it is a very human hell. Terra is just hell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's,
I'm able to shoot hell with a gun.
This is peanuts, Highwing. The city is essentially localized human manufactured hell. We don't know much about the outskirts or the ruins or anything like that.
By the way, sinking is very big here. It's gonna be a problem.
The world of Arknights kind of sucks everywhere you go. Where there are places where it's pretty normal, but there's a reason why most of the largest civilizations are on moving contraptions.
What is
Ginium is a motherfucker.
What is the land, sea, and air all hungry?
No, but the ocean is definitely hungry.
The ocean is hungry as hell. No, it's just that
Gods are real and they do hate you.
there are certain storms that can just happen at any place, and it's best not to be in the area when the storms happen. So you have to keep moving.
It's time to teach Wang about the star pod.
I'm actually just kind of impressed that like the people that own Arknights were just like, okay, sure, have fun.
They have so many different collabs, it doesn't matter. They had Hello Kitty collabs.
Excuse me?
Yes.
What?
You don't actually fight Hello Kitty or anything like that. It's just that you get, like, you get outfits and you get outfits for your characters and for certain characters and Hello Kitty banners and everything like that. And also, I think Hello Kitty furniture to decorate your base.
All remaining entities have retreated to the sea. Good work, everyone.
Phew. Didn't think I had to deal with anything remotely like this outside the Great Lake. You could say that again. It would have taken us the whole day if that Scotty character didn't occupy the other half while Miss Rabbit helped us from a distance. As we were catching our breaths after battle. I heard a brief hum. When I turned to look at its source, I saw Scotty glaring at me with palpable alarm. Strange people who transform. And the head of a clock? I guess they're both technically true.
Well, it's nothing more than a theory at this point. I think they have a lot to do with the dimensional door we're supposed to be investigating.
Nice to meet you, I guess? I only hear a ticking clock. Oh, that's because only us sinners can hear Dante's voice. Wait, huh? Huh? What's up? Oh, no. I'm just wondering how Miss Amiya could seemingly understand Dante. Yeah. What's going on here? Oh yeah, it completely flew over my head that I didn't even question how weird this is.
Their voice sounds like a ticking clock to me too, but I don't know. It's almost like I can sense what they're trying to say, what kind of emotion they're trying to convey.
Ah, I see. Amiya knows what body language is.
Amiya also knows Dante's pronouns, unlike some people.
Her explanation reminded me of the Blue Boy in Sinclair's past, but I didn't quite feel the uncanny sensation from Amiya that I felt from them. So she can read me kind of like how Virgilius can, I guess? Well, I don't think it's a bad thing. That's true. It's always been a hassle to always need Faust or Honglu to translate for you, Dante. Why can't anyone do it?
Because they don't want to.
I'd like to know exactly how she can understand Dante, but I don't think we got the luxury of time to sit down and figure this one out. So we heading back? Sounds like a plan. It's not like we have anywhere else to go, right? Oh, and Miss Rabbit here will be tagging along too. She said she'd help us find our way back.
I'm glad to be working with you two also, Miss Ishmael, Mr. Honglu.
Took the words out of my mouth. You already helped us plenty, and you clearly know a lot more about this place than we do. The journey is long. Perhaps embarking on it ere the sun's fall would be wise. Also, I'm not Honglu. How long's the journey? No idea. It's not like we have a clock with us. I do know it's not very far though. Just gotta walk along the coastline for a bit. Scotty quietly points in my direction. Oh, Dante can't tell the time because they're not on time. Then why the clock head?
It's symbolic. Don't worry about it.
I didn't exactly...
It's also...
Go ahead.
No, it's also great because at this point when I was playing this, I'm like, wait, actually, the minute hands on Dante's head have fucking moved.
Yeah, because before it was below the little, like, mark there, and now it's above it.
Because it's a doomsday clock.
Mm-hmm. See, I thought it was ticking based on sinner progress, but no, it just seems to be kind of arbitrary. I didn't exactly get to choose to get myself a clock-shaped head. You actually did.
Well, they don't remember it anymore, so...
True. I looked away from Scotty's inquisitive eyes, which were quite solidly fixed on my head. The coasts of Iberia are hardly good places for people to live. Those things could go anywhere in this world, but they thrive at places that meet the ocean. So, how did people manage to build a village here? The monsters are called Seaborns, or Sea Terrors, yes? While it is true that they pose certain difficulties, they were hardly the kind of monsters with the strength to bring scourge and drive out the local populace. Don't judge them based on that brief skirmish. She's just telling us to be on our guard, right? Hey, get that coat out of my face.
Scotty can be a bit curt, but she's not a bad person.
I don't think she said anything wrong. Nothing rules out the existence of stronger variants of these creatures out there. Scotty's concern only served to fan my curiosity, but something about her expression communicated that I probably shouldn't pry, so I quickened my pace as we walked to the village. Meanwhile, in the big MT.
So as soon as Scotty, like, the strength, there's a lot of characters. It's kind of like not exactly easy to convey between like compared to like Limbus and whatnot. But I'll say Scotty at minimum is grade 1 level.
What were you saying, Torpa?
I was gonna mention, Merlin mentioned it earlier, but land is poison, air hates you, sea is hungry. They also forgot to mention that space is the end.
Oh. Also, this fucking tune, though, and why did I get double time rewards?
You're on hard mode.
Yeah, you're on hard mode, so you also get the
oh,
the
they're just
ones
lumping
too.
them in at the same time, okay.
Mm-hmm. Look, all I'm saying is, it's time to teach Wang about the star pod.
I don't like the sound of that.
The fact that the whole world has basically been poisoned by basically essentially super uranium that's used in all aspects of life.
Yeah, well, at the point of any, like, natural cataclysm, it appears, so...
This hardly looks like a village. More like the ruins of one, isn't it?
It doesn't seem like they've done any proper upkeep to the place. Not in a while, at least.
They're really here. They're really here. Living together. The strange buildings tell the stories of former prosperity from a bygone era. Our steps leave no footprints on the wet, muddy ground. I see a rotting sign marked with the name Faro Muerto. Everywhere I look in this village, I see evidence of long, silent abandonment. We don't see these kind of abandoned-looking ruins often in the city, either. Well, yeah, there's always someone or something out there waiting to capitalize on that free real estate. But better than this, at least. So, where are the sinners? Oh, there's a clearing out there where...
We were entrapped betwixt a twain of great ships, narrowing winds against our sail. And that is when young Ishmael boomed her command most resonant.
Say no more. I didn't even have to try to look for them. That unmistakably Saronius and familiar voice echoing triumphantly between
Sonorous.
Oh yeah, sonorous. Sonorous and familiar voice. That's a word that I've always read but never heard. That's Don Quixote, alright. There she was, standing atop a low podium like an actor on the stage, regaling a group of people in rags with tales of adventures like a traveling thespian.
Actors, ye dogs, oarsmen! 'Tis the moment, Ishmael, the first mate of the vessel, Mephistopheles, shall never... Ah!
Stop! Hold on. What do you think you're doing?
Manager Esquire! Verily, thou hast returned with Manager Esquire safely in tow!
What? They found Clockhead? A burning clock for a head? When I was a child, I heard about a legendary sarcasm with a flaming head. Why would someone like that visit our humble village? While their exterior may carry elements that inspire fear in some, there is no cause for alarm.
They are a giant goober.
Yeah, they may
And
look...
teach Wang what a sarcasm is, too.
Oh boy. They may look like that, but
They're the original natives of Terra.
They're Dante, our
The
manager.
sarcasm makes me sad.
I'm sorry, who are you two? Oh, they're the two very nice people who helped us find Mr. Dante. This is Miss Amiya, leader of Rhodes Island. And this is Miss Scotty, their operator. They'll be coming along with us for a little while. Oh, with us?
We believe that the dimensional door, which we met at Rhodes Island are investigating, has something to do with why you suddenly woke up here in Iberia.
As Amiya was bringing...
brain.
Why are you so frustrated?
You know why?
Oh.
Because you went on a wiki dive?
No.
No!
Rose
There's a
Island...
reason I cannot play Arknights or watch the anime.
There's a very...
I see.
Being Rose Island is incredibly funny at Torpid's direction.
It's like nails on my brain.
The villagers who were staring at us curiously approached us. Did our conversation manage to convince them that we're not a threat? I sure hope so. Oh, you are friends of our saviors. Saviors?
Verily, 'tis quite the grand title, yet that is indeed the word by which we were addressed.
To be more precise, by saviors, they are referring only to Faust and Otis. What? Faust gave me a light nod when we made eye contact, but I could tell that her lips were drawing a very subtle smiling arc.
Aww.
So I'm guessing something did happen. They were quite mistrustful on our initial arrival. What business do outsiders have here? What if they're from the Inquisition? Oh no, what do we do?
Inquisition.
After all we went through to get here. Calm yourselves, everyone. None of them are carrying what appears to be their scriptures or lamps. Let's first try to see who they are. Man,
Let's not use Ncorp IDs in front of these guys.
oh yeah. Man,
Nobody expects the Iberian Inquisition.
I don't think they're gonna trust us anytime soon. They're all old curmudgeons. Let's STNC, then PTSD. You can't do that, Ryoshu! We can't pillage their storage deposits! It looks like they already have it hard enough as is.
Probably shouldn't have said that out loud.
I don't think STNC is a good way to get started either.
You really don't want to slice their necks clean.
Should we just find help elsewhere? Just look at how thin their arms are. I don't think they're in any shape to help us out. Perhaps we could inquire as to our whereabouts ere we are to decide our lodging. While the landscape is certainly reminiscent of U-Corp, but I don't recall seeing or learning about any place that looks like this. Though I can't say I've been to every corner of U-Corp. I ask again, what business do outsiders have here? Their fingers are tightening around the grips of their weapons. Prolonged silence will most likely turn this into a hostile encounter. We can't have that! Hi! We're from Limbus Company. We're...
Fixers of justice!
Yeah, that fixed... Oh, wait, did you know when to keep it down? Fixers?
Barely knowers.
That over there. It's a ship blueprint, isn't it? Are you looking to repair a vessel by any chance? All these construction materials seem to suggest so. Chief, this does not concern you. This is not something a mere outsider can understand. Curious. I've never seen an energy source like this before. Have you run the test to rule out any stability issues? It seems to power the heat exchanger via some method comparable to fusion energy. You any thoughts on this, Miss Faust? The general design structures are somewhat old-fashioned, but there certainly are inspired parts to this design, particularly with the usage of core energy source. While its stability would need to be further studied, this technology seems to be incredibly energy efficient. You identified all that merely by glancing at this? You must be the village chief, then. If so, I have a proposition for you. In return for assisting in their ship's repair, we were promised a ride on their vessel. Miss Faust had theorized that perhaps by going out to sea, we may be able to find a way to return from whence we came. I suppose it makes a lot more sense for Mephi to go out to other worlds and dimensions than it is for anyone in the city, given that the city would quickly disseminate. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Does that mean we can find a way?
It's
Go ahead.
also great because these people should really not come to the city.
Does that mean we can find a way back somewhere out there in the sea? Nothing is certain yet, Dante. At this moment, we are working based on a hunch. Sensing the implicit omen in her choice of words, I slowly turned around to look at Faust, who nodded solemnly in response.
We don't know what the fuck we're doing.
If we really are in a different world, even the Gesellschaft has to be... No issues were encountered in the repair process. Faust smiles faintly as she looks around, then she pulls me in by my hem, whispering in a low voice. My connection is currently operating at a suboptimal level, Dante. So at least we're still connected, right? Indeed. However, even exchanges of simple information are taking up dozens of hours by current calculation.
Dante, the Wi-Fi is shit.
Is this a warp train situation? Are we in a different dimension? What's up?
Look, all I'm saying is that none of the people you're talking to are technically human.
Oh, we're in Innsmouth, aren't we?
No. No. I mean, the people of Terra are not human.
Oh, right, because animal parts.
Not
No.
just the
Nope.
no, not just that. It's
No.
just
Don't worry about it.
There is a lot of different races. A lot of different races.
None of them human.
The cause should be identical. We've been connected to an unidentified, unpredictable dimension. However, Faust is aware that the pathway to our original dimension is yet to close at this time, unlike the situation back aboard the warp train. I love the mental image that nobody else in the Gesellschaft knows what's going on, except for Faust, because she plays every fucking gacha on that computer.
Okay, calling the original inhabitants demons is being really unkind, Alulain.
So to get back where
It's
we
a
came
slur.
from, indeed, traveling through the pathway is the most feasible solution. My brain is screaming right now because this is just what Magic the Gathering is doing to justify their crossovers, and I hate it. Like,
Okay, but like, there is an existing thing that could have hooked you here, and you know it.
oh, absolutely.
There
but
was an existing thing that hooked you here.
it's just that, like, them saying the pathways, I'm just sitting there like, so we could just travel these pathways and we can meet Jace Bellerin and Spider-Man and get their autographs on the way home.
No, well, it's possible because you got sucked in by an abnormality that wasn't supposed to be there.
That'll never happen, Cecil Kane. This
It drew.
No, Cecil Kane said next Magic this Gathering set Limbus Company. That's not gonna fucking happen.
Yeah, it drew everyone in. Best of four.
Yeah, it drew everybody in.
And
Yeah.
And from that, you came up with the whole plan of repair the ship and sail it to sea? Yes, well, I am also a genius, after all. I'm being a conjecture that we could probably came through a dimensional door of sorts. Looks like that door might be what you're looking for. With high likelihood, yes. At least there's a way back. I'm gonna calm down a little.
Also, going back to what Alulain said, yes, it's demons and uplifted animals and potentially angels. Also, gods are real and mostly alive.
The angels are funny.
And
because
mostly
it's
hate you.
The angels are funny. 'Cause imagine the Vatican if they all had guns.
Oh, speaking of which, when do you think you can wrap up that repair job? As fortune should have it, a majority of the most time-consuming parts of the repair have already been completed by the locals.
Also, it's mostly just the ocean gods that hate you.
I'm gonna keep getting interrupted, aren't I?
Yes.
Christ. It shouldn't take us more than a day or two to get the core parts ship shape again, Executive Manager. We'll be staying here a few more days then. How'd you manage last night? Well, like I said earlier, we've been keeping ourselves busy looking for you this whole time. We took turns helping with the repairs and resting, but I doubt any of us got a proper night's rest. Still, we weren't cold thanks to the villagers who kept the fire going all night. Not to mention how they helped us out with a ton with that local map they drew us. Oh, also, Chief handed us this earlier. What's it for? Oh, looks like a sack to collect water. Give it here, I know where to get that installed. It must be to repay Miss Faust and Miss Otis Eppers at repairing their ship. Yet, the service they provide us is clearly quite generous, even taking the transactional nature into account. They're really giving us the best treatment they can, huh? As for food, we managed to fill ourselves with some cookies and bread Rhodia kept in her pockets. Didn't want to eat into their food supply when they're already pretty tight, you know? She carries enough cookies and bread in her pockets for 12 people?
How is that the weirdest thing that you've encountered today, Dante?
They did offer some nosh, those dried up fish thingies, but we refused. I ain't about taking food for the needy. No need to concern yourself so much with our hospitality. That would explain an event I ran into in the mirror dungeon, huh? You have done more than enough to earn your keep. I turned around to look at the source of that low, rumbling voice and saw an old man in an outfit that seemed to distinguish himself among the villagers. There you are, Chief. Is there a place for us to stay for the night? We do have places to shelter from the misty humidity, at the very least. There's an empty building there, so feel free to occupy it for the night. See, when you say gnome shrike, I was thinking elf, personally. Oh, are you sure? I mean, I don't mind sleeping in the streets myself. Hey, speak for yourself. I've been looking forward to sleeping with a roof over my head since, like, yesterday. You'll catch cold sleeping in the elements in this environment, which is fine by fee for the rest of you, but we cannot afford to have the executive manager or our honored guests suffer that fate.
He's not a sarcasm, Lulaine.
Honored guests?
I heard what happened from the four who left in search of the executive manager. First, I would like to begin by imparting my infinite gratitude to you for finding and rescuing the executive manager. I hear that you are a leader at a pharmaceutical company. This acquaintance shall certainly come in handy in case our stay becomes significantly prolonged. I'm just surprised by her boldness to say something so materialistic when they're standing right there.
Can I stay in your village too, Chief?
The village chief took a brief glance at the helms at her right wrist, then nodded. Welcome to Faro Muerto. You are welcome to stay for as long as you want. And please, do let me know if you find yourselves without food. Our food supplies may be tight indeed, but we have enough to share for those who help repair a vessel. Oh, you better not go back on your word later. I wonder what kind of local delicacies await. Tried fish like they were eating earlier, maybe? Hey, Chief. What is it? Just how are you surviving out here? By the sea? Perhaps the question of how we are surviving may be somewhat misdirected. For we are only pursuing every possible avenue because we must survive. The chief responds to Scotty's perceived hostility with a hearty smile. After leaving some firewood for the night, he left. I'm going. Can't learn much more from here. Huh? You're going somewhere at this hour? Scotty, does this have something to do with the coast? I remember when you said before when we got to the village, something about how the coasts are hardly good places to live.
Dante wants to know if this has something to do with the coast?
Oh, hang on a second, my stomach's acting up. No, it wanted to belt, but it wanted to belch, but it was also like, hey, something's blocking the way. You. Do you stand the Aegir language? What? No?
Dante, Scotty just spoke in Aegirian. I couldn't understand a word of Scotty and the Chief's conversation because I don't speak Aegirian.
It may be that there are enough lexical similarities between one of the city's languages and the language Scotty spoke in front of them for us to comprehend the meaning. Weird. Anyway, I got some things to look into. Something you're all too slow to see.
You still have to tell us about it later. Please remember that you're not on a solo mission, Scotty. This is a team effort from Rhodes Island.
Will do. I can see why she's the ish ego.
Yeah.
Scotty nodded lightly before leaping off into the night, out of our sights. I'm kind of worried.
She's not the best with people, but she's also pretty thoughtful. She'll be okay. Should we head inside? The sun's starting to set already.
This is a setting
What
sun?
sun? What sun?
Oh, yeah, we could probably just pick an unlit building and stay the night there, right? Trying our best to ignore the mood that was starting to turn awkward, we made our way into a nearby unoccupied building. Oh, the sun always hates me.
No, but space does contain things that do hate you, which is why we have the star pod.
Oh my. Why does the ocean suck all the time?
Because
Ocean is
the ocean
hungry.
is alive with the sound of hatred.
We walked past a few narrow buildings and remnants of narrow buildings before we came across a hall large enough to house all 15 or so of us. Wait, so... the 13 Sinners... Rabbit... Scotty... Am I missing anyone?
Scotty's not here.
That is 15.
Oh yeah, you're right. Fuck. Every time I think of the Sinners, I think 12.
Okay, now we're ready. With the curtains on the window removed, the smoke has an exit.
Whoa! I thought we were doomed to shudder ourselves to sleep with the soaking wet firewood and all. I had no idea that would work.
We just have to get a small fire going underneath it until the wood dries up and catches fire. The downside being all this smoke.
It's clear that she has some field experience, unlike some fools I know.
I shan't sit here and let her carry the burden of labor alone. Bequeath upon me thine ingredients, young Rhodian, for I shall conquer thee a pot of special fixer soup.
Oh.
You're making soup with cookies and jelly?
No, 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 no! You're not getting anywhere near the kitchen again. Not after last time. Well, I must admit to a certain level of interest. As many of our fellows' viscera are often racked with the intense agony upon ingesting dishes of your making, perhaps it would be wiser that we save the occasion for a safer environ. Right! Don't you remember? We agreed to leave cooking to Mir or Odie if we ever needed a situation like this, remember?
I have my
Did
memories back
we?
now. I know how to cook.
Look, knowledge of cooking does not account for a sense of taste.
But 'tis not mine fault that I can only never mind.
See, I think it's become some kind of unspoken rule after everything. Remember last year's cooking contest at K-Corp? They were the only two people that managed to get remotely positive reviews. Oh, does that mean we'll get to try Otis's cooking once again? Denied. We still have plenty of high-calorie foods like cookies and jellies here. I see no reason to do something so inefficient.
I'm glad to see that everyone's still energetic given the circumstances. Can't be easy to suddenly wake up in an unfamiliar environment.
No soup.
No soup for you.
I would not say Don Quixote's soup ego is the worst. It has practical use, as I had to make use of it in my first M-Die run. Sinclair soup, though, God, that's fucking ass. Oh wait, rereading that, yeah, Sinclair soup sucks.
Almost everyone's cooking sucked. But also, you know, Don having a fucked sense of taste is like the least surprising thing here.
Yeah. Well, we're all quite used to getting thrown into unfamiliar places. Speaking of which, did you manage to reach out to your colleagues? She shook her head, concerned.
They might have lost their comms devices. Or maybe they ran into some other trouble.
Could they be in danger?
I don't know, but I'm sure they're okay. The Dr. Cal said they're both more than capable enough to look after themselves.
Is that the idiot's name?
No.
Okay.
He's just called. They're referred to as the Doctor. That's it.
Oh, so
Doctor.
the Doctor and Calcit are different people.
Remember
Yes.
back in the April Fool's update where Virgilius called Dante Doctor?
Shit.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Also, counts it being the Balsigo.
Okay, so they are separate people. Long have this curiosity lingered within me, thus allowed me to inquire. Corporations are, by their nature, organizations in pursuit of profit. Yet the activities of your corporation resemble those of a charity, as opposed to a pharmaceutical company. Is there aught that might explicate this blurred distinction? Oh, I want to know this too. How come a pharmaceutical company like Rose Island is helping people? Something about what Honglu said brings back unpleasant memories. The horrible experiments seen through the cascade of flowing tears in the face of suffering. The embodiment of greed that left a terrible wound in Honglu's fathoms. The pharmaceutical companies I've seen in my journey were corporations that, despite possessing the capacity to heal, choose to obsess over profit.
There are many in Terra who are suffering from a disease. The disease crystallizes you, spreads deeper and deeper into the infected's internal organs, eventually culminating in their death.
Shut up,
It's called
Strike.
Ligma.
Shut up! Shut up, you two! God!
Not in my fucking experience, Callie.
It's called Oripathy.
Mia showed me the back of her right hand, dotted with what appears to be obsidian crystals. Its appearance reminded me of the biotreatments from the back streets, but there's something more to it. Something more breathless, more sinister.
It's a terrible, painful disease, but there haven't been any...
Yeah,
You skipped my dialogue, how dare you?
I was trying.
There haven't been any recorded cases of full recovery. But there's an even worse problem. Pray tell, what could possibly be worse than an incurable deadly disease? While it varies region by region, discrimination against the infected is widespread across Terra.
Cough, cough. Those who suffer from it must face unfair treatment.
Could be worse, it could be a sarcasm.
Some are quarantined in places with terrible and inhumane conditions. There have been massacres too.
I don't mean to be callous, but is this oropathy contagious?
No, there have not been any recorded cases of infection by contact, as long as the subjects are alive. But when the infected dies, the crystal growths on their body decay and turn to dust, scattering, which is what spreads the plague.
Ah, so the massacres of them are only worsening the problem. Shocker.
Yup.
Yeah, no, Shrike. Racism is very alive in Rio on Terra.
Yeah, it's fucking awful.
Even in space, there's racism.
Well,
It's not
basically,
space,
to put it simply, much of the population is either the original native population, which are called demons as a slur, or uplifted animals, and the uplifted animals look down on the original inhabitants of the planet.
Then barring
Also, even Grandma is just like, okay, so why are they being racist?
Oh, I was gonna say also, they look down on the original inhabitants because of original sin shit.
No.
Then barring environments like active battlefields where casualties are to be expected, staying within close proximity to the infected in daily life seems to pose hardly any risk. So what's the problem then? They're already past the point of caring about what the problem is. Once people start feeling iffy, logic goes out the window. Cough, cough. Then Rose Island's goal has to be...
Yes, it's important to develop a cure for oripathy, but I think what really matters is that we change the circumstances for the better for the infected.
That's not going to be an easy endeavor. Though, that is what gives your effort more meaning. I hope you can achieve that goal, Lemia. I really do.
For truth!
City.
It's almost like this would hit close to home for Don Quixote as well. Hmm.
The city, this world, the city, this world. We both live in worlds full of surprises, huh?
Buddy, you don't know the half of it.
What kind of world did you come from, this city?
It's funny because I gotta go back to the Magic the Gathering allegory because it's like weirdly precedent. Well, it's not weirdly precedent. They do anything to make things like, you know, connected so they can sell a product. There is a world in Magic called Ravnica that is just a gigantic fucking city, and it's all I could compare the city to. Because it's
Well, for starters, Amiya, you would probably be hate crimed on sight.
because like it seems like in the PM verse, there's the city and literally nothing else outside of fucked up ruins.
Please, it's not a hate crime. It's institutionalized violence, thank you.
Why can't it be
It's
better?
very
enough.
legal.
Hate
There's
institutions,
some nice
then.
things. There's some funny things about Terra, like the concept of how the concept of the name hot dog came to be.
What kind of place is this city, anyway? Isn't Ravnica also Gothic horror? No, that is Innistrad. Ravnica could best be described as... This sounds like a really weird thing to say, but it could best be described as medieval Star Wars, let's say.
Okay, but Wang, let's see what they think of the city.
The kind of place with too many pointless rules. Kind of
Free
place...
me from this imprisonment.
Kind of place where the moment you think, isn't this too much? You see something worse. Try as I might, I couldn't think of a single positive thing about the city. The sinners seem to be in agreement, as most of what came after was quite scathing. The kind of place where good deeds are rarely unpunished, where sympathy is a good attitude to have if you like getting stabbed in the back. Nothing good ever works out there. It's a shithole. It's an irrational place full of absurdities. Absurdity is an omnipresence. Therefore, it is not a subject by which one should be aggravated by.
Aggrieved.
Aggrieved, thank you. We can at least grouse about him, though. I mean, it's the only thing we could do. They've used that word 3 times this conto. Did they just find that in a book? Would be more correct to experience more an acclimate. I can never know how to pronounce this.
Acclimatize.
Acclimatize oneself to it instead of complaining. You did say something like that
know
last
a lot
time.
about that.
Look, it's important to remember that the work Merceau is based on is about Merceau having zero agency in fucking anything.
Just as the mood was starting to sour, Don Quixote's shout shattered through the awkwardness.
Verily, nary a day goeth by untarnished by villains and their fell deeds. Yet worry not, for where evil riseth, so doth fixers of justice to...
Don Quixote jumped from her seat and passionately shook her fist, which was followed by a heavy crack and the sound of small pebbles tumbling down.
Don Quixote, watch out! The wild...
Elves! Everywhere we look!
They're not elves.
And from behind the wall, she accidentally broke
Elves
down.
are real. These are not elves.
An unfamiliar visage of a villager appeared and stared back at Don Quixote. It appeared that she was eating something out of a can while reading a book.
How farest thou?
Ferris thy foot! You gotta apologize first! Last seemed a bit too hyper today.
Apologies, for I hardly expected the wall to crumble with such ease.
Ma'am, you are like 500 times a human being. Ease for you is like a jackhammer.
I mean, to be fair, they're all freakishly strong compared to your average person here.
Ouch,
Yeah.
that one hurts. Any injuries?
2?
Two? Pray tell to what?
Forget the apology. I just want to know what happens next. The fixers of justice rose up to do what?
Oh! Oh! Hast thou come to hear the tale of fixes? I don't know about coming to us, given how Miss Don Quixote was the one who punched the wall down.
Well, I thought it was the ceiling.
Ahem!
Oh, is it too late an hour? I don't mind waiting until morning if you want to sleep.
Nay, not at all. 'Tis quite an early hour for tales, indeed. Prithee, seat thyself here.
You ungovernable fool! Calm down! We don't even know who she is! And don't you forget to share those fixer tales over there in some corner to not disturb our sleep.
Thou makest a request most untenable. These deserve to be announced to the world with great gusto from the center.
Yeah, that's the best way to hear those kind of stories. But we should probably introduce ourselves to each other first. Name's Mayers. How should I put this? How should I put this? 5 different alarms just exploded in my head. Because I thought Mayers was a title. Oh, did you meet the village chief earlier in the day? He's my Gramps. Oh, a nice guy? He has a granddaughter? Yet, I have not seen you once, Miss Mayers, under the sun. Oh my, you're right. I thought the village was completely dry of any young blood. Like what you said, while we didn't see Mayers out there, there wasn't anyone else in the village we could have comfortably called young. Water. Come here, water. You're telling me Gramps was worrying over nothing and told me to stay put inside. Going on and on about the dangers the outsiders pose and all that shit. It seems they do not give full faith to their saviors. There are things you cannot share even with those who trust you with your life. Though I would like to know why. My, so there's a bunch of other kids who are stuck indoors in the village? No, there isn't anyone around my age in the village. And all. If that's the case, I guess I could understand why he'd be a bit overprotective. Anyway, it's our turn. We are... Oh, I'm good. I heard enough to get an idea. You did?
Pray, how didst thou hear us? Via listening device most secret upon our chamber?
Mayers tapped the side of a wall that was still standing and smiled ironically. Bad soundproofing. I can pretty much hear everything Don Quixote, right? Everything Don Quixote practically sang during the day.
Verily I see.
I think you could really do with some sense of embarrassment for once. Well, I guess that's good enough for self-introduction, so... Care to regale me with the tales of fixers who bring justice to the evils of the city?
Oh no, the sparkly eyes are spreading. Indubitably! Then, this shall do. I shall regale thee with the tale in which the legendary fixer, the Arch-Magnificence herself, the Red Mist, hath...
It is really funny to just incidentally see the Red Mist and just soy point at the fucking caption.
It used to be believable.
I suppose I killed any hope for a good night's kip. But, don't you usually pass out within a minute of your back hitting the hay no matter how noisy things are? What? You take me for some kind of hibernating bear or something? Yes. Look, even I have trouble sleeping when there's noise all over the...
Big and scary.
Let's see, bear in hibernation is pretty apt. For all that grumbling and moaning, he dozed off before any of us could. Aside from Heathcliff, who began snoring the moment his head touched the ground, some of his sinners were fast asleep as well. Rousseau had entered sleep in his usual steadfast adherence to a routine, while Faustlade claimed to one of the few available cloth seats as soon as the close of business for the day was confirmed. I love the idea of Merceau looking at the clock and just being like, Dante, it is now 8 p.m. I am entering hibernation mode, and then just fucking shuts down in the middle of a room. The sinners, who had spent the entire last night searching for me in this unfamiliar land, slowly began to fall asleep as well.
Meanwhile, the fixer of the Zwei Association's first section...
Though the knight was no longer young, Don Quixote was still vigorously sharing the tales of adventures without seeing a single sign of fatigue. I already drank some water. I did a wellness check before you all did, because I kind of needed it.
I need the order.
It's fine, I'll just refund my points then.
You Your infinite points?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't have
fine.
infinite points. Only you have infinite points.
Weird, I thought mods got it.
I'll drink the oiter for you.
I'm drinking oiter right now. What little I have left in this tankard, shit. She's not determined to do so until sunrise, is she? I guess it's okay, since Mayor seems to be having fun. As I continue to watch the pair with some mild concern, Amiya, not asleep, approached me.
This city Miss Don Quixote speaks of seems to be teeming with fixers of justice and exhilarating tales of adventures.
Don't go that far.
Actually experience all of them yourselves.
No, of course not. Don Quixote.
I'm gonna complete all your quests.
Thank you.
All 342, Jesus.
Don Quixote's stories are usually those of other famous people.
But she's telling it with such vigor that it almost sounds like she was there herself.
About that. Well, I guess, if you really want to get into it, some of them might be retellings of Don Quixote's personal experiences? Ishmael replied uncertainly, thinking back to the plays we were made to watch back in La Mancha land. Well, like all these stories, even though they're partially true, just go to show how ridiculous this place is. We wouldn't need fixers of justice to begin with if we really lived in a just world, right? A really good place to live would be a quiet and peaceful without someone having to force it.
That's true. I hope there'll come a day when Rhodes Island can be a normal pharmaceutical company in the future.
Yeah, good fucking luck.
No, please don't ever become one.
Something wrong? No, I just thought Miss Mayers and I made eye contact. Did she overhear our conversation? I looked in her direction as well, but all I saw was Mayers excitedly reacting to Don Quixote's tales. Whoa! What happened then?
Thus spake Laertes boldly before the soldiers who stood in our path. Thou presumest to stand in our path, servants of a master most unworthy. I, Otis, shall educate thee on how manner maketh.
Shrike, that was masterfully timed. Thus spoke Lady Otis. Yo, she's dead? Don Quixote was now retelling the story of Limbus Company's adventures in Hongwan, and Otis, who could no longer stand the unintentional alterations of the story, jumped to her feet and shouted, "Damn it, what kind of nonsense are you feeding her? I never said anything like that!"
Verily, certain aspects of this retelling may have been exaggerated.
That's Tales of Adventures for you. Things are bound to get a bit dry when a story is told too realistically and as is, right? You know, nothing. Not even anything resembling a proper record of a book remained once the profound silence swept through the village. So I've always had a craving for these kind of stories.
Silence? Like the Black Silence? But Iberia doesn't stop Iberians from emigrating, contrary to their tight immigration control.
I don't think people want to emigrate from their place.
Have you ever thought about leaving this place?
It's still a challenge to cross the border, especially when we're going to have to pass through larger cities that are managed by the Inquisition. You don't seem particularly fond of this Inquisition. Why is that?
Well,
Otis.
they're called the Inquisition for one.
Yeah, did you listen to the words that escaped your mouth, Otis?
Spanish Inquisition, or the Iberian Inquisition.
That's because this village was formed by people who grew tired of living under their rule and fled. Sorry, but what kind of organization is this Inquisition? Sinclair, you should know about this. Your manor was stormed by one. Yeah, the Nagel und Hammer we saw back at Kalu?
Cough.
That seems wrong. Aren't the kind of memories
It's German, don't worry about it.
Oh, it is German, okay. Aren't the kind of memories that are so easily forgotten.
According to Dr. Kaltstedt, the Inquisition is what filled the power vacuum once Iberia fell into chaos.
Naturally.
that its inquisitors are the rapier and lamp-wielding protectors of Iberia's cities from lawlessness.
That alone kind of makes them sound like good people, though. Yeah, they are, but there's the Church of the Deep. The Inquisition will go to whatever lengths to deal with the incidents related to the church that worships Seaborns.
Fie! An organization that worships those monsters!
It seems that cultist fanaticism is at play wherever we go. I feel like people with all kinds of wrong faith symbols are so common. Cough, cough. Coughs and ivermectin.
Also, I just want to mention the profound silence was that time that ocean madness struck the ocean and it ate a good chunk of Iberia.
But what about the books? Why did books disappear because of ocean madness?
Book burnings because of the cult of the deep.
Ah. See, the Seaborns are the ones that messed Iberia up. So, following their logic, apparently it's okay for them to arrest anyone who seems even remotely connected to them.
Are you saying that Iberia is like this because of the Seaborns?
Those things from earlier? I guess they were kind of troublesome, but they didn't seem that strong. Anyway, it's just what I heard from Gramps, but the Inquisition executed many innocent people in their crusade against the Church of the Deep.
But those who proclaim to be on the side of justice, they seem quite fond of committing such villainy.
It seems like a reasonable policy decision to me, but it must pose a clear danger to the daily lives of citizens. Yeah, I heard I was the only survivor. Everyone in my family died. I must have had to endure such a long period of pain. To be able to say something like that with such composure. For Iberia, they are heroes who bring the land back to its glory days. But the Gramps, they were just oppressors making his life difficult. I really do find it how uncomfortably, like, prescient this is.
The thing about Arknights is, like, a lot of stories is, a lot of characters are antagonistic, but not a lot of them are just, like, straight up evil.
That's why we've all kind of...
It sucks to live on Terra.
Did they literally look at every gacha out there and be like, this is the one that's equally as awful to live in as our place. Let's go for it.
Probably. Although I am very interested in an Uma Musume collab, it would be very funny.
Virgilius,
I pray every day of my life that never happens.
Virgilius turns around and neighs, and then Dante fucking panics.
Dante.
Now, obviously, we'll get a one-sided Nikkei collab.
Finally.
You must train the sinners to race in the Arima Kinnan, Dante.
It's a one-sided collab for Nikkei, but it's Nikkei doing the one-sidedness because they want to make all the sinners sexy.
Ishmael's badass.
Well, it can't be Arknights, because Arknights has the most, one of the gachas that has some of the most clothed females out there.
I know, right?
Well, besides Limbus Company.
I love the idea of Nikkei going, there are 6 fat asses right there, and you're not using them? What the fuck?
Don't forget
And then
Tim
Don Quixote
Biddies.
and Eleg kiss.
What's up, Dorfin?
Don't forget Tig Ol' Biddies.
Oh yeah, true. I feel like that's less in my face in Nikkei.
I disagree. Look at Faust.
No, Nikkei.
I know.
Sorry, I was thinking about the big old titties in my face. Yet wherefore hast thou decided to settle at a place that is so,
Rundown?
Indeed.
Yeah, I know. But it's not so bad when you get used to it. Besides, we have beach volleyball thanks to you guys. A new path? Well, it's getting late. Will you be repairing the ship tomorrow too? This place really has no soundproofing, huh? Good talk, everyone. Hope we get another chance to do this tomorrow. After seeing Mayors to her own room, the other sinners, that were still up anyway, Annihilate ourselves up on the hard stone floor with only a thin layer of cloth between it and our backs. A mysterious world that is neither the city or the outskirts. But it seemed that the lives of its people led were just as difficult as they were anywhere else. Life is always hard. Why must it be?
Life sucks and then you die.
To be Terran is to suffer.
It's Friday. Everybody, we should all go to not China and learn Wuxia.
Clearly. I want to surf on a blue summer shirt.
No, it's literally Wuxia. It's crazy.
Over here. For my very weird poise team.
Also, the other fun thing about the native population of the planet, they have a collective unconscious made up of the dead, also related to original sin shit.
Everybody loves the Banshees.
지위를 받는 건 오랜만이네요.
I always forget how I do this setup. Oh, I know what I was doing.
Listen, they need an airship and use the airship by communicating with the bones of a dead whale.
Okay, it's not the bones of a dead whale, it's the made of the bones, the spinal column of a dead god. That was a whale.
자리에서 대기하겠습니다.
This team carried me through my my first M-die run.
이런 임무는 뱀 중에서도 내가 제일이지.
Not deploying Odin.
Otis does not have a good crit build, unfortunately. It's so big.
Oh, sorry. Amazing. I didn't know there were remaining vessels of this class in Iberia. Aha! I espy her name here. 'Tis called by the name Rebellion de la Masses.
Rebellion de la Masses? Revolt of the Masses? A name very much mired in peculiarity. Hong Lu chimed in that he was rather fond of it, with its size being the same as the boat from his home, while Ishmael quickly jumped in to correct that its size alone that wasn't anything special at the Great Lake, but it was still pretty big
bigger
compared to Mephi or the Indigo Elder's skiff. I thought it was going to be somewhere around Mephistopheles' size at most. You sure we can get this fixed in a day or two? As I briefed you yesterday, the great majority of our time-consuming repairs have already been completed by the villagers. The extent of our repairs only concerned a few components within the vessel that the villagers could not repair, which shouldn't take us much time. Unless parts that are unfamiliar to Faust are also malfunctioning, such as the core engine, remaining repairs should be sufficiently managed by Faust. Despite Otis's confident declaration, I could not help but feel oddly unsettled as I looked at the ship. I don't know why, but something tells me that we don't want to linger here too long. Still, please be thorough about it, just in case. I'd rather not sit on a sinking ship again. The Great Lake was enough. Wait, what ship sank on the Great Lake?
The Mephistopheles.
Remember when they first set sail?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Do not worry, Dante. Unlike Mephistopheles, most functions on this vessel, buoyancy gear, propellers, steering gear, are all in operational capacity. This repair should be much easier than in the case with Mephistopheles.
Are you are you admitting that the Mephistopheles was a ship boat?
Yes, because it wasn't meant to be a boat. We had to make it a boat. Company standards are bullshit. They said one vehicle only for the sinners, make do. It's crap. They seem confident enough. It should be safe this time around, right?
I hate that now. I'm
Are
just
we
thinking about
taking
my
that-
favorite insane theory.
Are we taking that rope to climb up to the ship?
What's the theory?
The favorite insane Project Moon theory.
Yeah, what's that? I haven't heard this.
Oh, the city's on the moon.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they do have all that moon iconography in their logo, so I wouldn't be surprised, but, like,
I mean, they've outright said it's stupid and it's not on the moon, but I still love it.
No, it's inside the moon. You have to unlock the moon to get to the city.
Okay.
No, there's a lift life apparatus down here. It should take us to this ship. Its stability was verified yesterday. Not a spore. You're 100% certain, right?
Boat is afloat right now, Dante. I don't think it'll be sinking anytime soon. Dante now has thalassophobia.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Oi,
Oi,
man, trauma does that to you.
oi, you two guys gonna faff about here? We're heading up. No. We are going with you. As I made my way into the vessel's bridge, I was greeted by the extravagant interior that was as gaudy as its exterior. Wow, this is like a stark difference. This isn't real gold, is it? Sure is shiny as heck in here. Oh, I got butterflies. Ass. Aesthetically satisfying. But too ostentatious. Not my style.
Our young Mephi is also quite the excellent vessel, yet imagine the adventures we could embark on aboard this vessel most lavishly decorated.
That vessel sucked. We had to bike that boat, dude.
'Twas an adventure still.
As Faust and Otis were working on one of the control panels, Ishmael walked up to another and interfaced with it before giving a knowing nod. This must have been an investigative or research vessel of sorts. But it does seem a bit extravagant for that, though. Look, coordinates. Updating in real time, it seems. The coordinates seem to have been set to somewhere out in the middle of the ocean. Maybe it points to a small islet? Nope, no islets there. Blimey, lass, you should know how to sneak up on a guy. Mayors? What, did I actually surprise you? I did ask if you guys were gonna come fix the boat today. Still, I didn't think you'd be here. Why are the coordinates set to this location? There are several undercity seas beneath those coordinates, collectively known as Aegir. Gramps' home. I see. Understood. What was understood, if I may ask? It is now understood why the promise to repair the ship was sufficient to earn their trust and title as saviors. What's she on about? Someone get translating.
No, your brain is too dumb.
And that is what Faust said. Consolidating and cross-referencing the observed particular circumstances of the village and the statements from the village chief, alongside information garnered from the exchange within mayors, it is possible to gauge the significance of the ship's repair has to the local populace. Of course, while this may constitute a sequence of logical connections that poses a certain challenge for Heathcliff to comprehend, stare. To employ any degree of effort to attempt to explain it in more digestible language would constitute a pursuit of inefficiency. Lower the baton, I implore you. I shall explain in full. I was wondering when Miss Smartass would start gabbing like that again. So, what's she on about? Heathcliff's shoulders were relaxed. It seemed like he wasn't going to actually swing his bat. He placed it lightly over his shoulders with a sigh. A brief observation of the village seemed to suggest that their subsistence situation was quite dire. Much of their daily sustenance consisted of dried food, most of them made for long-term storage purposes. Considering what Scotty said about how the coastal areas are full of danger, maybe those dried seafood aren't from around here either.
Maybe it's food they packed when they first came to Faramarto.
Some villagers were armed, yeah, and the sea terrors weren't exactly formidable, but given the state the villages are in, I doubt they'd have an easy time repelling those monsters. Indeed. That brings us to the question of sustenance. Right, I get what's going on here. The lass and her granddad are about to visit their hometown and are trying to get some food supplies from there to feed the villagers, and to convince them that they're planning to use the fact that they're from the same neck of the woods. Or sea, I guess.
Oh, so we're not just repairing their ship. We're repairing their food supply plan too. Huh? What's wrong?
It's, While the expression was rather crude, Heathcliff's summary of the situation was clear, to the point, and easily understood. The sinners stared at him with mild surprise. As did I. What's that look? Wait, oh you sods. You don't think I'm that dim-witted, are you? Top-notch intuition. It's just... It's been a while since you've shown that side of yourself. Thinking back, Heathcliff's intuition has always been excellent, and he'd often put together surprisingly accurate conclusions with impressive speed. You know, when you really think about it, it's kind of your fault for... I've been too soft on you lately. Wait, get back here! Now with those idiots out of the conversation, was he correct? Otis looked away from the usual chaos and asked Mayers. Honestly, I'm surprised. He was correct. Yeah, food's been running low in the village. At this rate, we won't last another year. But the egg here will... I'm sure they'll welcome us with open arms.
I don't want to come off like I'm overly worried, but do you think they'll welcome the others, too? Like mayors or chief, they're not Aegir.
I think they will. Iberia suspects and hates that the Aegir for no other reason that we're from the sea, but our home can't have fallen so low as to abandon a group of starving land dwellers. Look. I don't know. I would say Heathcliff had excellent intuition to rob that safe and get everything from there, including very expensive hair coupons. I wouldn't call it wise, but I would say he was very sharp about that.
Also, I just want to make this clear. There are people in Arknights that live in the ocean. They're not seaborn. It's different.
So what's so I'm guessing when you say live in the ocean, there's like an air bubble or some shit?
Kind of sea lab going on, yes.
Okay.
Remember that whole uplifted animals thing?
Ah.
Yeah, Atlantis is real, basically.
And we burned it down.
Prithee, might thou explain to us who the Aegir are?
I had initially thought it to be a reference to a region, yet it also seems to be referred to as an affiliation of sorts. Maybe there's something like nest dwellers? Though I don't think I've heard of a nest that accepts backstreet people with open arms.
Racism doesn't exist in the city.
No, classism does. Or maybe they used to be some rich folk? They call them nest toss Aegir here. Does that make the rabbit your last Aegir too?
Wait, in the world you came from, did they not distinguish between races?
That is not entirely true. Delineation between races is a concept that does exist. Though only I saw them in fathoms. Those were terrifying things called the cuckoo spawns. However, as a general rule, it is said that humans are... excuse me. Humans should be the only intelligent life forms in the city.
Oh, so what does that mean?
I mean, you know about the cuckoo spawn, so like...
Okay, but that implies the existence that there are non-humans in the city, somehow.
Well,
Yeah, blood.
Well-
yeah, it happens all the
Right.
time, as with the
Okay,
cuckoo
fair-
spawn.
Fair enough.
Well, also remember Angela.
Angela.
Fair enough.
There's the Blood Red Knight who like had a big old
No,
campaign
but-
against her.
Blood fiends are human.
But humans are human.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, otherwise
That's why they're
they would've
allowed.
been- that's why they have been deleted by the head.
No, basically, it's more like Faust is changing her language because she cannot say with 100% certainty that there are no non-humans in the city. That's all there is to it. Nothing
Okay.
deeper than that.
Yeah, Faust wants to be correct all the time. She doesn't want to be misinterpreted.
I was worried that she knows something that we don't.
No,
Anyway.
I mean, she does, but the Gesellschaft's not working great.
Hard to know something that the head doesn't.
The people of Terra have slightly varying appearances depending on the race, like my Countess ears.
And I got pointed ears because I'm an Aegir. Though it's not a characteristic every Aegir shares.
closest idea to what they are discussing appears to be
Don Quixote seems to be struggling to finish her sentence. Rousseau stepped in to continue. By context clues and the manner of word usage, including the means of classification, the closest example in our world would be blood fiends. Similar external appearances to humans, different natures, comparable sapients.
It is of my belief that blood fiends are ostracized due to their nature that maketh coexistence with humans difficult. Maybe that the Aegir are also... I'm sure some of them do possess qualities that make coexistence with others difficult, but they're probably rare. Then wherefore are they made subjects of suspicion and hatred? That's...
The war.
Well, language is new, but the idea is pretty familiar to the city folk like us. Think of the feathers of fallen wings, kids born in backstreets, people who replace their body parts with prosthetics. The form differs, yet in essence we find the thread. Something about how we keep finding these similarities in the ways of our lives despite finding ourselves in a different world with different rules, races, humans, felt oddly discomforting.
I'm sorry to say this, Callie, but Dawn is not innocent. She is pure, but not innocent.
I am pure evil, as a giant M forms on her head. The point is, you guys are doing us a real solid by fixing up the ship. Let's move on from these gloomy conversations, okay? I want to show you the cooler parts of the ship. This way! The ship tour may have to wait. The repairs are almost complete, but an issue has arisen. Issue? Wow, that's not reassuring at all.
Multiple life forms identified ahead, soon to be sea terror horde.
The ship's radar system seems to suggest that the vessel's surrounded. The same monsters from yesterday? Executive Manager, please order us to prepare for battle. Damn it! Are they the sea terrors you encountered? They look a bit different, but yeah, probably. There's a lot of them, but if our last experience tells us anything, we should be able to handle this. Amiya, please support us in battle like you did yesterday.
Canst thou fight, young mayors?
I feel like I'm just gonna get in your way. Then, guys, find a place to keep Mayors as far away from possible from the battle. Let's hurry down there. We don't want them damaging the ship any further.
가서 할 수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고. 저보다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까.
I hate.
What the dog doing?
The dog's a real annoying asshole.
Buddy, their numbers are so low, they are a non-threat right now.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Oh,
Maybe in Mirror Dungeon Infinity Extreme, yes, but otherwise, they are the most non-threatening enemy in this event.
It's a very unique case of I hate, because I feel like in a normal Mirror Dungeon, they're fucking nothing.
They are nothing.
But this morning, I was very cross.
Yeah, see, I prefer to have fun playing video games, so I have yet to fuck with that shit.
Same.
It's weird to say, but I did derive some enjoyment from, like, the single sinner run rather than, you know, a traditional M-Die run. Because it felt simpler.
You do the hard content, you just want to check psychotic numbers, that's really it.
달라지는 감각이 너한텐 멀겠지만 그렇지 그게 바로 핵심이야.
Also, I love how BL Don Quixote, despite being a cheap unit, is really effective.
Bud loves, boys love Don Quixote.
양호.
Yeah.
어우, 제대로 꽂혔는데.
Also, Jesus Christ. Limbus players are the most entitled motherfuckers.
What's wrong?
Nothing, I've just been seeing a lot of complaints about the event because of time-limited stuff. And yeah, the gacha's not great when you're forced to use the gacha, but Jesus Christ.
I came into it expecting this, and it doesn't feel good, but, like, I'm not gonna complain when, like, you know, a cross-promotion thing can't suddenly be cross-promoted anymore, because business.
타겟 포착 1시 반.
And
Like,
also,
they're-
Limbus
they're
company
worse
players
gotcha.
are just kind of spoiled in general. Let's be real.
It is the only gacha I've ever experienced where you can legitimately collect them all.
Yeah.
치명적인 한 방이었어. 쏠수 있지? 공로.
In other gacha games, you really have to pick and choose.
For instance, they can play Arknights.
No, it is a one-sided event, Shrike.
Do I use the bullet made of sugar and honey?
Listen, I was only able to get the dungeon meshi operators and the Rainbow Six Siege operators because of reruns.
Damn.
So there will be a possibility that there would be a rerun of this, but how, when, who knows?
And I think if there's going to be a rerun, there's going to be more, and it'll be, which means the pool will be even more difficult to get stuff from.
As far as I know, they've stated there will not be a rerun.
I'm not surprised.
I'm surprised, but I'm saying the possibility is still there because things might change.
I'm just saying, don't delude yourself.
But yeah, look at these ridiculous
way,
poise.
완벽한 돌입이었어요.
I just want to point out, look at these ridiculous poise numbers. Like, you wouldn't see this shit normally. It's because Don Quixote is feeding everyone.
I get
That
that,
was
Shrike, but
questioning
like,
my
I've
abilities as a chef earlier.
never found any of the egos necessary. Like, there's no must-have ego compared to identities.
Oh, speaking of, I really should use the Hong Lu ego I got. But it feels like such a weight. Well, I don't even think I've accrued up enough sin for it, have I?
Well, the good news is that I managed to pull the last two identities I need, so I can I can put them on my support for you.
Grrr.
다른 분들도 수고 많으셨네요.
I also like the Detectives announcer pack because it is my 3 favorite announcers in one.
그 정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을
I
수
guess my
있을지.
point
but
is,
you-
as someone who's played a lot of gachas, people get way too hung up on the FOMO with Limbus.
Look at this
Yeah.
bullshit. One attack.
Gun.
Gun
Like-
is very good.
Like, yes, FOMO sucks. In any capacity, in any form, FOMO sucks shit. But still, Limbus is one of the nicer gachas out there, so they don't understand how bad it can be.
Mm-hmm.
If only you knew how bad it really is.
I've seen Torpid get angry at Nikkei and Zenless.
Mm-hmm.
Also, God, that's a lot of HP. What the fuck?
Welcome to this thing.
The Ocean Flower. Ew.
Honestly, Nikkei doesn't feel... All the things you can get with do with Nikkei, it doesn't feel too bad, unless you're doing the gacha skins.
When in standby state, does not use attack skills until taking damage. I can't exactly control that, though.
Yeah, you can.
I guess I
Yeah,
could,
I just could never get into Arknights personally. For the obvious thing I keep mentioning, which is Rhodes Island, but also because I just fucking hate tower defense with all my heart.
Oh, Arknights is tower defense? Stinky.
Yeah, it's tower defense. Wait, tower defense. Let's do this event. What is that? I'm fighting against sheep? What could be bad? They're horrible. They're awful, I tell you.
Worst sheep that I ever did see.
머리통에 적절났다.
벌써 재료를 저기까지 손질해둔 것이오.
What was that? You see a sheep on a skateboard? What could it be? Oh no. Oh, what is it doing? Oh Jesus.
타겟 포착 1시 방향.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
I cannot stand tower defense games, Merlin. I need to
Yeah.
make this clear. Anything RTS, my body actively rejects.
아주
Well, that's why you gotta play the only good tower defense game ever created.
No.
Bloons
Bloons?
Tower Defense 6.
일삼조 이항에 맞추려면 그게
I know what I
I'm
said.
glad we had the same idea.
Oh no, he
I knew you were
touched
going in
the
that
poop.
direction, but I know what I said.
사건이 해결될 수밖에 없겠는데요?
Oh, I guess we were touching the poop anyway. Fuck.
I still will.
Why did-
Hold on.
Why did everybody get 3 all of a sudden?
That's a good question.
Enemy. I hold on to the insane
Oh,
hope
I
Oh.
see.
of hoping for it Bloons Tower Defense 6 crossover with Arknights. Mostly because I want to watch T'Chaka get his ass beat by balloons.
I love Wang not just win rating.
거의 진압되겠는걸요?
Win rate, my beloved.
I still feel betrayed by win rate over the past fucking
He's-
years.
He got scared by these weenie enemies, so he did the hard mode. But so there's only one enemy on the field that's even worth attention. That's this one.
Look, I'm a broken man. I did an end die casually this morning.
Most of this event can be Woodmaker.
I could see that, but my brain still says you really better not fuck this up.
이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
공로 지원한다.
I do
To
enjoy
be
the
fair, these are
blowjob
also.
brothers,
Yeah. To be fair, this is also a non-focus fight.
Yep.
Here, for you, Torpid.
네, 목을 완벽한
Oh,
무릎
weird. My
이었어요.
hand's making this jerking off motion.
Wow, he's not even using the
You
damage
just get that
option.
checked out. That seems to happen a lot.
I know.
확실하게 갈라지는
How are you already at
Voluntary
17 nervousness, Don Quixote?
I mean, at one point I was at risk of developing a trigger finger.
예상되는
That trigger finger
Yes.
being middle.
수준의 전투였고.
Yes, well, yes, that's
다른
what
분들도
the
수고
trigger finger
많으셨네요.
tends to be.
Not the
I like
index
how
finger?
the wind. I like how
The
the wind. The wind pop up is like the Arknights one.
Him. The remaining entities have all returned to the sea. Is everyone okay?
It was just like our last skirmish. Sea tiers that had surrounded the ship returned to the sea before the battle even came to an end. And the retreat felt too orderly and deliberate to be just running away. It's almost like they're making a tactical retreat. We're doing peachy, but what about the ship? Fow, is the ship okay? Minor damage to the hull, but nothing that will impede the ship's operational capabilities. Ugh. So, I noticed this during the battle. I might be wrong, but anyone knows how at the end of the battle a monster's starting to go after the manager? You're probably right, actually. I noticed it too. At some point during a battle, the monsters realize that it's the manager who's commanding the rest of us. I sensed the very same. Their movements were fluid and adaptive, as if they were learning our behavior. Why does the Church of the Deep worship those things? That ain't much of a question, innit? They must have gone all mental. I'm sure they have many reasons, but Seaborns are beings of infinite potential. So much so that there's no superlative big. Wait, how's that says this? There's no superlative big enough to properly convey the scale.
Superlative being a
eventually, I'm proud of
word
you.
that superlative is a word like amazing or awesome or big. Basically, an adjective that is super.
Yeah, it's just that it's not really used in a sentence structure like that is what threw me off.
Fair enough.
Like, it's not really used as a noun. It's usually used as like a what would be an adjective when you say that's so superlative? As organisms,
I don't know if whatever.
It's been a while since English class. As organisms, they can endlessly evolve and adapt. Every time they encounter a new environment or a new element, they transform themselves into other Seaborns. Maybe that's their draw. That fascination may be an attitude most befitting a researcher, yet the transformation of fascination into idolatry is, if I may be frank, not entirely positive. I find them pretty uncomfortable. Just remind me of whales. Then can they adapt to learn a language to communicate with us? What? Going by everything you heard, I think they sound really smart. Mayur's eyes went round at Honglu's suggestion. She brought her hands to her mouth, surprised. It sure was something. I heard that there were Seaborn that could talk. If non-humans speak the language of humans, regardless of its testament to their intelligence, I can only think of two possibilities as to why they would. The more I go through Limbus Company, the more I think these people write these lines but don't talk them. Because it is fucking difficult to speak these lines at times. One, to communicate with humans, the other, to deceive them. More often than not, it's the latter. What about distortions? Some of them already know how to speak. Distortions are phenomenon in which humans transform into monstrous forms, first observed after the White Nights and Dark Days incident. Therefore, that example is irrelevant to Otis' supposition. White Nights and Dark Days? She whispered quietly, but as we were standing rather close to her, we all caught on to the hint of joy in her voice. The Pillar of Light in the city, did it really? How have you come across this knowledge, Miss Mayers?
Don Quixote coughing in the corner.
Oh, that's... Ain't it obvious? We got the culprit right here. The storyteller's been gabbing on with no end. Yeah, she's been talking non-stop all morning about all kinds of stories, huh?
Why would you link this to Lulane? I'm gonna have to fucking ban you. Filth.
What is this? What the fuck?
Don't worry about it. You weren't supposed to click it.
I'm worrying about it.
What is up with y'all Arknights people? What is that comment?
Oh, Arknights players are freaks.
I noticed.
I can't even open the link because I don't have a Twitter account.
Just look in the
Yes, I have not gotten that far.
You again? You didn't get so lost in your own stories that you blabbed about our company's secrets, did you?
Nay! Fie, I would simply not!
As Don Quixote was the subject to yet another round of scolding, Amiya stared out towards sea, wary that sea terrors might start crawling to the surface once again.
I wonder which of the two the Seaborns are.
Their sense of self is really, really faint, so I don't think they'd be in either category. I think it's possible that they learned human language out of instinct that the power of speech might help them survive. It appears that you, Miss Mayers, are quite the expert on the subject of Seaborn. Your knowledge of them goes beyond what fear for one's survival may yield, thereby suggesting a different means of acquisition. Do you, by chance, worship them? I don't worship Seaborn. They don't have any hopes or wishes, just desire for survival. Miss Mayers, does that mean if Seaborns were somehow able to hope? You can't just ask a woman if she worships the deep. I can wash me.
To be fair, Seaborns are a sort of a hive mind.
The wise man once said, "Seaborn are like kind of like dogs. They do things arbitrarily."
Maybe so. Is that so? The repairs are complete. As we were conversing, Faust descended from the ship with a neatly organized set of tools borrowed from the village. Repairs complete. I'm guessing repairs are done? Yes, the ship is ready to sail. Did you have a departure time and date in mind? I would prefer if we could depart as soon as possible. We don't have a time set or anything, but I think we should be able to sail this late afternoon at the earliest. That soon? As you've seen, we don't got a lot to bring with us. By the way, how far out to sea did you guys need to go? We need to find this kind of dorkdom sorts. One of the days where I wish I had, like, you know, a full body model so you could just see my stupid hand motions that I'm imagining Dante is doing.
I could see the dimensional door's light from the beach at night. I'm stumbling over my words, it's fine. It was faint, but given how the light's strong enough to break through the sea fog, we should be able to determine its location somewhere around the coastal waters.
So...
It's an art installation, it turns out.
Oh, shit. So we could go back tonight? The first order of business is to relay this news to the villagers. Yeah, back to the village for now. I mean, it's right there. It's not a long... Well, I guess it is kind of a long walk. Look, just turn the bow around and point the nose thing
그
forward.
정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을 수 있을 줄 알았냐? 저놈들 무기까지 주어서 철수하자고.
Yeah, the issue's not like the concept spell sword, it's funding one, because, you know, modeling and rigging suck. There's a reason why certain people get paid thousands of dollars to do one part of that process.
Mm-hmm.
The Inquisitor.
Uh-oh.
I'm only gonna have 1,200 if I do that. Fine curses! Having literally gone to school for it, yeah. But that would be pretty dope to just have like a big old skeleton model, but if I were to do that, I probably wouldn't go with a skeleton. It's just that a skull is super easy for PNG tubing.
There's something going on in the village.
Yeah, I hear it too. I hear people shouting and hollering. When we returned to the village, ship repairs completed, we were welcomed by a rather hostile standoff. A quick count told me that there were approximately 12 of them assembled at the village square.
20.
Oh shit. 20 people assembled at the village square? Considering this population, that was the whole village. Who's that over there? Inquisitors. I think we've been found. Oh, man.
I'll take this lady.
This woman is anime.
He uses a rapier and a revolver. And also, just so you know, guns in Arknights are technically wands.
Oh, they're caster guns.
No, there's a bullet. They don't use gunpowder. They use organium dust. And they kind of like weird magic circle.
Yeah, they're caster guns from Outlaw Star.
I have no context for this lady, so my voice is probably going to be super off, but whatever. Who cares?
The Inquisitor, dressed in a well-kept uniform, was about the same height as Don Quixote. Ah, small. The sword and the lamp hanging from her waist sit in stark contrast with the more run-down, ramshackle village. She almost looks like a fixer. So the Inquisition has discovered our village.
Did you really think that you could forever stay out of the Inquisition's gaze, citizen? That's a naive dream. Fabius disappeared from the Inquisition mid-interrogation under charges of suspicion of membership within the Church of the Deep. Last known location, Salt Flat. The other Inquisitors have informed me that you have been identified next to pirates and its fringes. From a criminal to an outlaw, what a dramatic evolution of your career. But it ends here, now. Every citizen here, including you, will be accompanying me to the Inquisition.
They have never broken a single law, nor are they outlaws of any kind. They are not like me.
They've disregarded the Inquisition's authority, evaded the gaze of Iberia, and found this sodden coast to lurk in.
Ah, you don't listen to me, ergo you are illegal.
Well,
that's...
despite how she's presenting herself, she's actually a nice person.
Tell me I'm not supposed to find that suspicious?
What are you talking about? You can't just start arresting people left and right with a tenuous suspicion like that. You shouldn't. We only wish to live a quiet life, ma'am.
Is that so? Then you might find yourself returning to this village one day, as long as you're telling the truth.
It's funny how truth is never quite the truth to these kinds of people.
Which is not an option for you, Fabius.
Mears, was the chief really a pirate? Well, yeah, but as far as I know, he's been out of the game for a while. And even when he ran with the pirates, all he ever did was share fin beast jerky. Or carry Agarians between them.
Even if you're telling the truth, Mayors, I doubt the Inquisition will be lenient.
Well, what now? I have but one question to ask. That Inquisitor, is she following the proper legal procedures?
I don't know much about the laws of Iberia, but Dr. Kautz told us the words of the Inquisitors were pretty much the law here.
It is likely that she is following the proper legal procedures. These procedures are precisely what the villagers have fled from, after all.
Oh no, they fled from them.
Shut up. Then it is decided. Otis quietly dragged me to the side and whispered outside Mayor's earshot.
Let's...
What?
Go ahead.
The sinners who were right next to me seem to have picked it up, though. Executive Manager, we'd best immediately return to the ship, take command of it, and sail out on our own. It is unwise to involve ourselves in this conflict. What? Are you seriously suggesting we let them arrest these villagers?
I got an idea. Let's leave.
Didn't you hear what the Inquisitor said? It seems quite cut and dry to me. If this is just standard procedure with no broken laws, we are in no place to involve ourselves. Our best hope is to take the ship before they impound that too.
No, I do love that we're in a strange foreign world, and our first thing that we do is stir shit.
And carjack, don't forget that.
Yeah, but that's normal. That's another day in the life.
We can't do that. Even if it is standard procedure, even if they're working within the law, it's not... You stayed up to hear Mayor's story too, didn't you? You know, N-Corp Inquisitors were working within the law too when they came for my village. That was standard procedure too.
He's got a point.
If anyone had stepped in then... I know what you went through. But I'd still rather not take a risk in an unfamiliar environment like this. I'll try my best to figure out how to sail the ship. If I cannot, then I have faith in Ishmael to quickly learn its controls. I can't say you're wrong, but... I don't know. Neither you or I know anything about the ocean currents here, Otis. We could get the ship going, but I can't guarantee that we'll reach the dimensional door without any trouble. Do you know anything about the sea currents in this region? Not much, but I know the coastal sea somewhat. And you can't fight the Inquisitors directly here in Iberia. Playing with the ship might be the better option. What do we do, Dante?
Murder!
Yeah, I guess it's kind of awkward for us to just take the ship and go, huh? How about we try to talk to the Inquisitor? I think we should at least try to hear them out first. Them being the Inquisitor and the Chief both.
If the discussion goes well, we might even be able to get the Inquisition support. Like Mr. Honglu said, we should hear them out first, then try to convince them.
I agreed with them both. First, let's at least see what the Inquisitor had to say. R. Rabbit's right, she says. Are you certain that was accurate, Sinclair? Right? There's no way Ryoshi would choose anything other than violence, right? Idiots. It's because the other options are pointless. Inquisitor's seen us. We're already under suspicion. She will doubtless try to stop us if we flee.
I see that Ryoshu's smoking again.
So, talk first, lower her guard, then attack. Yeah, because there's no children here. Pretty sure that's not what Amiya meant. Well, if she's already onto us, then we shouldn't give her any excuse to attack by running away.
I was
She's
wondering
been
what you were,
jonesing.
I was wondering what you were doing there, lurking in the background.
3 months without cigarettes.
A clock-shaped head. You from the Colombian Union?
No, I'm not part of a death squad, ma'am.
They're wearing a clock for a head due to reasons, but they have nothing to do with the Colombian Union.
I'm guessing the Colombian Union is a organization of prosthetic users.
No, they're a science nation.
Ah, that also makes sense. Colombian Union?
TikTok what? Which language are they speaking? Regardless of whether you're from Colombia or not, you're clearly not from Iberia, let alone this village.
You're not wrong, but I think there's been a bit of a misunderstanding.
I'm quite certain you don't know enough about these villagers to stand between them and an Inquisitor. How long have you been staying here?
Oh, 2 days.
Long enough.
Hey, I was right. Buddy, don't just tell her that.
2 days? Alright, enough of this chicanery. Get out of my way, outsider.
The attempt has been made on quite the unstable ground.
Please, lend us your ear for a minute, Inquisitor.
Finally, somebody who can talk.
I am Amia, leader of Rhodes Island. Yes, I'm aware of Iberia's closed border situation.
I felt hope swelling within me as Amia began with confidence, unlike Sinclair. It was short-lived, however. Thanks to the Inquisitor's quick retort, I couldn't help but place a palm against my forehead at the exchange that followed.
Oh, so not only are we dealing with outsiders of dubious origins, we have illegal entry as well. We had to because the issue demands urgency and... I've been briefed. Brazenly crossed the border, didn't you? I don't know how urgent that issue could be, but I doubt it's anything more significant than the situation at hand for Iberia and its Inquisition. The High Inquisitor is handling the Rhodes Island issue. Stay put and await the consequences, while he and that chatty med doctor of yours talk it out. Do you know that your treatment may depend on her negotiation skills? As for the village chief, I understand that you have the right to arrest him, as he is a fugitive who's fled in the middle of an interrogation and has been sailing with the pirates. However, it is an inhumane treatment to arrest the rest of the villagers as well. Inhumane, this decision is well within the rights bestowed upon the Inquisition. That's a whole different sentence, lady. They've lived for years right next to that highly suspicious Aegir. The Inquisition must investigate the rest of them as well to verify whether they have committed any acts of treason against our laws.
Oh boy, a Carmen.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is a different Carmen.
A Carmen? Oh, no, Arknights has their own Carmen.
Oh, I noticed. And it's, not what I was expecting. Because I feel like Carmen is typically a... Well, not exactly a...
Anyhow.
This isn't going anywhere, is it?
No, I mean, like, a Carmen-like entity, yes.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Listen, they've been surviving for years upon years by the coast without the protection of the Inquisition, and that simply cannot make sense.
Oi, I think I've heard enough from you. Ain't it funny how you're blaming them for what is essentially a failure of your responsibilities? And now you roll up in here, all willing to go, they shouldn't be alive, I'm arresting them all? What, you saying these people should all be dead or something?
I am. There's no other way to cut it. People simply shouldn't be able to survive in a place like this, not for this long.
The Inquisitor's reply only seemed to fan Heathcliff's wrath as he lifted his bat and began striding forward. Hey, that's a really funny thing I've noticed throughout a lot of Heathcliff's identities. He doesn't have a lot of wrath attacks. I think only his base ID in 7 Heath have that?
Well, because the thing
Earl
that drives
King
them
does.
is mostly envy, but...
True.
Earl King has a ref skill.
Mm-hmm.
Does he? Oh yeah, his base
Yes.
skill.
Anyhow,
That's it. Les, if you ever so much as touch the tip of a single villager's hair, please calm yourself, Heathcliff. Bahanglu stepped in between them. Get your bloody hands off me! I've had enough of her! Continue to threaten her will only cause something irrevocably bad to happen. I think you know that yourself, Heathcliff. Well, what do you suggest, then? You're clearly not making any progress by trying to talk this out. Excuse me, Miss Inquisitor. What do you mean that the people shouldn't be able to survive in a place like this?
I mean it literally. Even by some miracle that they actually do survive, they should at least be suffering from endless hunger, struggling to their wits' end at the inevitability of the calamity. But they look too healthy.
The heck? Shouldn't you be applying them for managing to survive through so much hardship?
I'm an Inquisitor. I'm not some crazy person on a power high who goes around accosting and arresting civilians of Iberia straight to the gallows, okay?
Could have fooled me.
I have more than enough probable cause to take them in for interrogation. It's just that I don't have the time or the energy to explain every single one of them to you outsiders. I promise them a fair judgment, whichever way that may be, after a proper investigation. So, stop it with this obstruction of justice.
The Inquisitor brandished her rapier threateningly, her voice shaking with frustration. Dante? Without the full picture, Faust advises against further antagonization of the local police authority. I agree with Faust. I get the feeling that she isn't the kind of heartless Inquisitor that goes around indiscriminately executing innocents. I don't think she's anything like the Inquisitors of Encorp either. They were right. We didn't have the full picture. Getting in the way of an Inquisitor who was clearly on a rather significant political entry in the area was most likely a bad idea.
It isn't the Inquisitor's job to answer your questions. Continue to obstruct me, then...
As the standoff was showing no signs of ending.
Miss Mayers?
I can answer your questions. So for now, let's just do as the Inquisitor says. Mayers, who had been hiding behind us ever since we returned, suddenly stepped forward.
Yet what of thy grandfather and the villagers?
It's alright. I'm sure this is happening only because the Inquisitor doesn't know. What do you mean you'll answer the questions? About the profound silence.
Huh?
Mayer's response to Otis was but a single concept. I didn't quite grasp its significance, but it sure surprised the Inquisitor.
Huh?
That's what they call the calamity that destroyed Iberia. I love the idea of Arknights having a, something like a chapter 6.25 that just says, go look at Limbus Company, please. Spinning clock. Oh, we fucked up.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh, it's not the Inquisitors. It's really funny how both Lobotomy Corporation and Limbus Company posited the idea that bullets are extremely rare and drastically inefficient to use. Yet here we are, just gunning up all over the place.
No, it's rare because the
taxation.
The head put a taxation tax it to hell because it says they don't want killing to be easy. It needs to be you need to work for it.
Yeah, that's why it's so rare to see bullets used, because using them is so cost inefficient. My point is, here we are throwing money away.
And here, but same in Arknights, where bullets are not used as often because bullets are expensive as fuck.
Decades ago, a great wave ravaged through Iberia. It wasn't long before the Seaborns cared by the ways diminished Iberia's brilliant civilization to this. The waves. This profound silence then must have reduced the village to its current state as well. Is there any reason it's called the Profound Silence? It doesn't seem to be the most appropriate moniker for something like that.
No, it's great.
We'll call it the Black Silence.
It's because the city went dead silent before the waves came. The silence that then claimed the ships out at sea, then the cities of Iberia, then Iberians. No one could say a word in face of the ineffable calamity.
Just what are you? No average Iberian citizen should be privy to any of the information you're sharing.
And the Church of the Deep is really capitalizing on the pandemonium that followed the profound silence. Hello, Caldiri.
Hello.
I know nothing about Limbus. Project Move stuff goes over my head, but I played Arknights for a long... I feel like Arknights is... I don't know if I'd say complicated, but it seems like there's a head-crushing amount of depth. Heh.
There's a
with the
lot to
lore.
it because it's been around for a while. There is a lot of stuff with.
And I feel like Limbus is the same thing, except instead of, history, it's bylaws.
Yeah, and also huge shit just came to global.
They pretend to be Aegir from the sea, delude the citizenry of Iberia, and are sowing chaos in the lands. So that's why they're arresting the Aegir left and right. I can see the thought process, but... huh. So it's understandable why the Inquisitor would want to arrest us.
Oh. Dante?
This isn't good. Sharing this seems to be kind of like a taboo thing for these guys. The Inquisitor wordlessly stared at Mayers. Her eyes were filled with traces of anger and confusion, but... she's afraid. Oh. Sorry.
She's afraid.
There was fear in the face of a threat. Not the fear of the terrified, no, it's the fear of someone who's suddenly confronted with something they must destroy.
The High Inquisitor once told me that, should I come across an Aegir who knows too much, there's a sliver of a chance that they may be of assistance to Iberia. Cease! Thou threatening the innocent with thy brandishing of the firearm!
I love a collab event that's a good story, not just for the Skinner character. Well, boy howdy! Limbus certainly has its chops, but it seems like Arknights also is pretty good.
But most are seduced by the allure of the sea. Thus they are with little doubt our foes.
I got a bad feeling about this one.
Get out of my way, outsider. Final warning.
Run! Quick on the uptake as always, Rhodia slung Mayers over her shoulder and ran past the villagers, while the thinners scattered in all directions to distract the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor draws her firearm, and in the midst of all that action, Don Quixote rushed towards the Inquisitor without a moment's hesitation. Hey!
Thou shalt go no further! I, a fixer of justice, shan't abide by as thou persecute them!
This is kind of what I mean, is that this really sounds like a script that is written, not spoken.
Look, Don Quixote is just really hard. Forsooth, 'tis a battle delayed, not avoided. This clash is inevitable!
In that moment of crisis, seconds before this could irrevocably make us a new enemy. Montir. What the fuck? A large obsidian crystallization in the shape of a monster bursts forth between them.
I'll take the doctor, too.
Well, you're just gonna take all the ladies today, aren't you?
Just so you know, the recent banner that I think Arknights as well, Countess is gone now, but she's replaced with that monster. The monster is now like sort of like looks like her now.
Interesting. Who is it this time? That's enough meaningless but bickering.
Ah, it's another Faust.
Dr. Keltsit.
You know her?
Yes, she's Dr. Keltsit. Rhode Island Medical Department's... Ah, Dr. Keltsit, behind you! Shoot first, talk later, is it?
Pretty fucked up that you'd shoot a doctor.
The negotiations are over. From this moment onward, Rhodes Island is now operating within legal capacity on Iberian territory under the Inquisition's authorization.
Ah, see. Oh, torpid went off. Shit.
Night, Torpo.
The Inquisitor fired a blast of that firearm-looking weapon, but the monster summoned by Kaltsit managed to deflect it. And the cannonball thrown from the weapon punched clean through the wall of the building we were staying the night in before punching through several other buildings. That was enough to instantly freeze the sinners and villagers on the spot. That penetrated a building. Though their walls may be weaker than the head standard for what counts as a building, to punch through so many is... what a precise point it makes. Now's not the time to be impressed! It is a violation of a taboo to have that much penetrative power in a firearm. We're not in the city. Don't you lose your heads over this. Taboos don't apply here. My head knows that to be true, yet my heart finds it difficult to be still. That is enough of this discussion for now. It is advisable that we carefully observe and grasp the situation at hand instead of deliberate on a taboo. Yeah, so this got slightly better, right? If she's Amiya's friend, she's her ally. Besides, she's got some super powerful looking prosthetic gear looking thing too. I like how the monster's like, the fuck you mean prosthetic?
Is that what you think? I apologize for the disappointment, but I am not on anyone's side. In other words, your particular denomination ally might not be entirely correct. However, if I must define my allegiance, then let me inform you that the closest label would be that I am Inquisitor Irene's ally.
Also, you got the infection too, don't you, ma'am?
She sure do.
Anyone who uses Arginium are very highly susceptible of succumbing to oropathy.
Dr. Kaltsit, Amiya, outsiders. As much as you would like to deny it, the Inquisitor's suspicions are true. While it can be said that the process by which she reached that conclusion was unfair, the conclusion itself is, without a doubt, correct. So they're actually connected to the Church of the Deep. That is one way to put it. To be more precise, they aren't connected to the Church of the Deep. They are the Church of the Deep. Perhaps the village itself is a dilapidated church. Their congregation.
Our village a church? Just look at our buildings. Where would we congregate? Faust? There are not many resources by which we may analyze this decision. However, the fact that Amiya's colleague has made the same argument as the Inquisitor brings the accused's defense into question.
Yet I can hardly believe that young Mayos is lying to us.
Hold on. You've been chatting plenty with the Inquisitor or whatever. How do you know you weren't along with them the whole time?
I see, you really are all entirely in the dark. Expected outcome given that all of you may be from a place far beyond the dimensional door. As fortune should have it, there's no need for you to know it anyway. Truth is truth unchanging, without the acceptance of an errant group of outsiders. Besides, soon...
I'm sorry, it seems we've mired you in this trouble.
Say no such thing! We shall not abide by one as such injustice is perpetrated before our eyes!
The village has already been identified by the Inquisition, and the Inquisition has even brought an ally. It seems quite unlikely that words shall resolve this conflict. But we promise you, we will take responsibility for what is done. We have benefited far too much from your warmth and kindness not to do so. The village chief with a benevolent look pulls a dagger from his cloth. And I immediately knew what Kaltsit was about to say. Take responsibility, you don't have to go to... Fuck! We are now departing for the sea. Yet as we cannot bring ourselves to leave you here, I must ask that you join us for this journey. Become our bloodkin. What are you doing? Stop! The unanticipated, or perhaps I was simply in denial of this rising dread, ambush did not end there. Damn it! The Inquisitor was right!
Wow, it's almost like I've been saying that the whole time!
Wow, they fucking got Merceau. Color me shocked. The villagers suddenly began shanking the sinners with weapons they had concealed in their clothes. And it seems they were coming for me as well. Amiya, you're left!
Sorry.
Amiya materialized a black ribbon-like apparition, parrying away the dagger flying in my direction. When another villager rushed in, taking advantage of the opening. The villager's back made a visceral, crunchy noise.
Crunchy.
Someone flung them away? Didn't mean to be this late.
Scotty, let me catch you up to speed.
I know. This fishy smell was what I went to investigate earlier. But what about the sinners? Unlike Amiya and Mai, who managed to survive the initial ambush, the sinners weren't doing so well. At least we had a silver lining in that the Inquisitor and Calcit's quick understanding of the situation and subsequent retaliation led the villagers away from the sinners. How? I didn't notice any hostility or aggression. What an odd thing to say. Why would he hold any anonymity towards you? Why would he intend animosity towards you? Why would he intend to kill you? We are not trying to hurt you, we are simply trying to give you a form better suited for the sea. Until we were obstructed. I apologize for our unfamiliarity has caused you trouble, Inquisitor.
I won't make a big stink about what happened. What's truly unforgivable is that the heretics tried to take advantage of the ignorance of outsiders to flee the Inquisition. And even if you are outsiders, any lives lost on Iberian soil are my responsibility. It's my fault. I'm sorry it came to this.
Wait, lives lost? We're still alive, you know. We could shave across the stab room, like...
This is most unfortunate, outsider.
Huh? What?
Your friends are either going to die or turn into Seaborns. The daggers that stabbed them were laced with the flesh of sea terrors. Once that happens, most die, and the survivors become overridden by themselves, becoming nothing more than another sea monster.
That calls into question the nature of our warlock pact, let's say.
Also, Callie is right. No. Mermaid time.
Wait, what? That's not a very big deal? Everyone was acting like this was it for the sinners, but hey, I should be able to deal with this by turning back the clock. That isn't bad. My only concern is I didn't know what would happen if I turned them back after they become fish people. The golden bow helped deal with the whaler's polidification effect, but I had no idea how it would interact with seaborn transformation.
No, it's fine.
We should just kill them before they turn.
I know this must be very hard for you, but what?
Sorry to bother with this, but could you kill my friends? And in the least painful way, you know?
Callie, but I prefer you as not part of a hive mind.
Oh, sorry, was that too much?
Don't give up already. If we bring them back to Rhodes Island, we should be able to do something to help them.
Don't mind if I do.
How do I explain this? Guys, could you... Dante, I know what you mean, but I just can't right now. My strength has rapidly been deteriorating since the ambush. It's kind of tingly too, so maybe they kind of use some kind of paralytic? Just trust me this one time. I can assure you I'm not giving up on them.
But... Amiya, can you understand the outsider speech? Yes, it's just that they're making a pretty difficult request. They want me to kill all of their friends before they transform into Seaborns.
And she just has no hesitation, watch. Okay.
No, it's not.
And before we knew it, Scotty has already decapitated the sinners. None of them were... Wait, wouldn't that be bad? I thought we need to preserve the head.
No, it's the heart.
Oh, it's the heart.
We bisected Hong Lu before. He's fucking fine.
Oh, right. It's the taboo was the head.
Mm-hmm.
Amiya seemed to have been taken aback by just how fast Scotty jumped into action.
Oh, what are you doing? Scotty!
Don't let this spook you! This is just how we roll. And then Dante just writhes in agony on the spot. That would be...
Ocean is hungry. Ocean is hungry. Ow.
I love the idea of just Dante being like, "Don't worry, this is how we roll," and then Half-Life crumples on the ground.
Beep 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 beep.
The decapitated heads creep towards the headless torsos, connecting with the threads of blood. The sensation.
13 screaming noise.
The sensation of that is reversal. It feels as though the sinners and I are separate from the rest of the world, rewinding in isolation. Is this rewinding us going back in time, or are we defying time itself? This pain is multifold worse than the sensation of a straightforward decapitation. The pain's in the heart.
Hi, Gator.
Hey, Gator. As current death reverses, I sense a deep, crushing isolation.
Their wounds are disappearing. Resurrection, metempsychosis, or time reversal. Puzzling. I have no knowledge with which to interpret this technology. The cost seems to be that the pain is transferred to the one who rewinds.
Dante and fucking Family Guy crash dance.
Mm-hmm. But it seems too small a price for such great power. The discussion of whether this can be categorized as power should be explored later.
Kalsa has a good point, actually. Revival at the cost of pain sensation is a pretty cheap cost. I couldn't stop shaking. All my limbs are trembling from the icy solitude. Still, I took a moment to collect myself and ordered the sinners. I don't know just what they were thinking, but we should be able to find out once we take them down.
Dawn with their fucking eyes glowing.
Yeah, everybody was reposting Sicko Grin Dawn.
Oh, thou deceivest me! You're fucking dead.
You dare
You have
deceive...
no idea.
You dare deceive executive manager and try to take their life?
Prepare thyself, for thou shalt now pay the price for making a mockery of justice.
Look at Rhodia here, what a badass. Yeah, we can't just let that slide, you know?
Ursoda's fixing his tie.
It's just an inconvenience to him. How unfortunate. I had high hopes that all of you would become fine bloodkin.
좋아. 얼른 끝내고.
Oh, they're just cheating, okay. Who's the bitch?
You looked at the regular person, not the actual...
Really? If the sinner has 5 stacks of sea terror simulation, escape.
Oh,
When an
that
allied...
doesn't
Yeah.
seem good.
Oh, we have actual sanity effects now. Okay, that's not too bad. Like, the sanity got me worried, but, like, their numbers are baby.
You see, if we were to fight the Inquisitor, Irene, well...
Would
could be a bit of
probably
a problem,
shoot
because
us.
Well, she is considered a nuker.
Oh.
Then Calcis is pretty strong because of her stuff. But she's a healer, but she has a summon, which is...
I was gonna say, she's a stand user.
Well, it could be worse. It could be Westadel or Escalon.
Escalon being what Greg got, I believe.
No, Escalon's a woman.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I want to target him yet because he's got so much fucking shielding here. Let's just have you shoot someone in the fucking face dead.
목을 콱 물어버리자고.
히스카이퍼 지금
Yeah, Escalon's a stealth unit. Basically, put her in the middle of like a crew, and she attacks the entire area around her, basically.
너한텐 조금 멀겠지만. 약점이 명백.
This is kind of why I don't really use Snake Rodion, because like it's kind of really predicated on having a lot of poise, which you don't have outside of mirror dungeons.
And Westadell, she's the upgraded version of called W. She's my crowd control character. She's she basically she shoots explosives everywhere.
Huh.
She has a huge ass fucking attack range.
적중에 정신 못 차리는 녀석이.
Those two and Diggenbecker are my three of my strongest units in the Arknights.
필요 없을 거예요.
Wow.
Diggenbecker being a nuker.
Instead of offense level down, get offense level up and defense level up. Where are you getting the 2 power? Because he's getting 2 power from somewhere, but I don't know what. Consume 3 HP to apply 1 power up and 1 fragile. Oh. So it's not that. Oh, I see. You got it from his shield. So I was supposed to attack him. Well, one more turn. Manager Esquire, this is some prime bullshit! Maybe it'd be better if we did just that.
Dude, I need my crowd control character because my blockers can only block so much, and Tashanka's range is only so long.
Oh, he had tentacles.
Yeah, he's a seaborn.
He's a squid man.
The Seaborn. They're a hive mind. They evolve and assimilate. So basically, seeing any amount of Seaborn is a problem.
They sound like the Tyranids in a way. Well,
Sorta.
I got a pretty funny bullet here for this jackass. Yeah, can they evolve to deal with the happy bullet?
Yes.
That's terrifying.
If they subsume anyone who uses athlete logic, there's a possibility that they'll be able to use their own happy bullets.
Oh, I don't like that. Just apparate a bullet made of dopamine? Fuck that.
Or at least have the knowledge to create them.
Okay. He's becoming a problem that I don't have the numbers to deal with. I could always throw Merceau at him. That would be very funny.
You may have killed my units, but guess what, idiot? You brought out my Lesalt morons. Oh, my Lesalt, use your most powerful move.
Gun
Chain of
sword.
Others.
God, Chain of Others is so fucking good. I think Merceau could take it. And now it's time for Weed Lord Faust.
처음으로 숨통이 튀었던 순간을 기억하나요? 저는 지금이군요.
You may be wondering why I'm using this over Fluid Sac. I say, I'm kind of asking that myself.
한번 휘두른 걸로 이렇게야? 완전 멋있는 걸?
You're not really concerning yourself with healing right now.
치명적인 한 방이었어.
거의 진압되겠는 걸요?
맞아. 여기까지 다 올리지 않았어?
Get his ass! Yeah!
방금의 공격 옥신 그 자체였다.
Oh my god, Verso, you were supposed to lose!
좀 추성네. 방금 전에는 굉장했다.
I love the mental image of, like,
인정할걸?
the team seeing the tentacles and thinking, wow, we really can't escape, can we?
So they say the Aegir, basically the Atlanteans, and being the Atlanteans, they are highly a advanced society. And an advanced society fighting against the seaboard is a problem.
Maybe I got something funny I could throw at them. Can I use this on my team? I should be able to.
You ever do get Greg's ego, even ego? It's a bit funky how to use it because you have to waste a turn activating it.
Yeah, I saw that. It's very odd.
You waste a turn activating it, but once you activate it, you just gotta wait for him to build up the resource. Once he builds up the resource, then he has potential to do quite a bit of damage.
Oh, uh-oh.
Like, granted, he was hitting 3 people with it. I was hitting 3 people with that ego when that is going. When I first used it, I ended up doing like 700 total damage.
Is Dawn's Queen of Hatred ego worth using? Yes, but only on the ID as well. Because it basically lets you use a second copy of her ultimate ability without changing any skills. It adds another copy of it to the deck, as it were.
충분히 끝까지 도달할 거야.
I think Don Quixote has that on lock. But, you know, just in case.
벤던 서울을 본다.
공격 능력 평가? 양호.
어우, 제대로 꽂혔는데.
Yeah,
Then-
starting off this event with all these egos makes
완벽한
getting all the role words a lot faster.
사건 해결.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
참
less than half, like almost halfway through, you're able to get you're able to
다른
buy
분들도 수고
the
많으셨네요.
Ishmael ID. And once you're done, when you get the Ishmael ID at the end of the event, you have enough to buy all the profile stuff and have stuff left over.
Wait, I think they're heading to...
He's running himself into a dead end. Are they seeking refuge at sea?
Wait, that's where the ship is. That's where they're headed. They're trying to board the vessel. Wait, but we never told them how the ship was repaired. How? Ain't it obvious? The whole village is in on it. And I'm surprised that they send someone to spy on us. Or they know a way to get the ship floating even in its broken state.
Vessel Massas?
Sorry, I do those to, you know, I click to get all the words ahead, but when it's that short. Vessel Rebellion de la Massas. The ship that is moored at the port in this direction. See you later, Shrike.
Wait, it can't be!
Irene, who was preoccupied with battling the rest of the followers of the church, quickly gave chase. But Fabius and the villagers were already aboard the repaired ship, slowly departing the harbor with a horde of sea-terrors between us and them. How could a vessel of that size become operational this fast?
The exterior, the name, it must have been constructed during the golden age of Iberia.
Haha, literally.
But how are we supposed to chase that?
What if we built a raft and rode over them? Mate, come on. Sea's full of sea terrors. Won't get very far before it sinks. You see something? You keep looking in that direction. Oh. The vessel Masa soon disappears into the mist, and the village was left empty with nary a sign of people having ever been there, as though this getaway had all been predetermined. leaving only mayors.
그 정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을 수 있을 줄 알았냐? 저놈들 무기까지 주어서 철수하자고.
What a fucking outro song. I think it would probably be a good idea to call it here for today. Just because we're going to be in for a lot of plot.
Mm-hmm.
But... I just can't help myself. I love how
It's not a bad ego.
I love how this ego is to call a ghost so the ghost could call an ego so the ego could fucking ball the shit out of something.
So far, I hadn't had to do a lot of damage, but really, like, it's does pretty decent heal and as defense.
If the main target has rupture, fire to power, final power +3, more damage per rupture. If this unit has hardened shell barrier, so if you use this attack again, multiply its effective cap by 2. Heal 2 people by 30% of the max HP. Oh yeah, it is functionally kind of a alternate for Sack, but like, God, Sack is just better.
It's more a defensive option than it actually is like straight healing. For attack though, you should take a look at the Ishmael one.
Well, first off, I'm gonna make a pull and then be very sad. Ugh. What a buzzkill. I have one sticker. What should I have on rewards? 8. Ugh, I can't get another 10 pull. Fucking hell. When attacking just a single target... Okay, so if targeting a abnormality, coin power 2 and 100% damage. Whoa. Slash 1 for every 4 sinking. The main target has higher than 1 gloom resist. Deal 5% damage for every 0.1. Oh, so she just gets around gloom resist. Interesting.
It's pretty cool.
Sinking tremor. If something was staggered, inflict more sinking than tremor burst. There's just a single enemy. This unit leftmost attack skill on dashboard gains clash power +1 and deals 11% more damage on hit after a clash win. For the turns in which this unit is returned or substituted in. Huh.
Which means if you have that going, it's a possibility that well, I think it means that you can make happy bullet stronger.
Oh boy, yeah, this is gonna take a while, because we only got a third of the way done right now. Wolf. Alright. But yeah, we'll call it here for the evening. Scotty's often used a hot drop unit to send in deals. Oh, so she's a problem solver, alright. I should show off the Honolulu one, because we never had an opportunity to use it. This is a weird one. It's a poise one, but it involves getting a resource called Thunderer, which is pretty nice. It gives offense level up and defense level up, but it seems like you have to use this ego twice to get the full benefit. Because if you don't have Thunderer, you get Thunderer, and if you have Thunderer, you get higher Thunderer. But yeah, it definitely seems like an ego you have to be like one, then again. But yeah, we'll call it here.